Back over on top to Driscoll. Driscoll, left sideline to Pika. In the lane, nice entry pass to Shaw, who scores from the left-handed block. It was Kishman on the right side earlier. This time Shaw from the left side. An 11-0 run for the Bulldogs. Willie left open again, going to take another three. Almost the same spot. Got it from the right wing. Back-to-back threes, and here comes a timeout by the Bulldogs. Suddenly it's 17-12. A 5-point lead for MFL MarMac. They take their first timeout. Allen tried to go into the center of the court to Amira Millard. It's knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Wickner, who drives in, floats to the right side, lays it up and in. And here is another spurt by the Bulldogs. 3 layups in a row. They lead 26-17. MFL MarMac back-to-back losses to start the week on Monday and Tuesday night, but they rebound tonight to win their second conference game and hand the Eagles their first conference loss. It is MFL MarMac 43, Clayton Ridge 32. That's the final score. Lightfoot back in the offensive end on top to Hackett. In the corner, Hansen open, deep left corner for 3. It's off the side of the rim, bounces to the left side. Meany gets the rebound underneath. Put back, it is up. It is in. He tumbles to the court. Foul, count the basket. And the Bulldogs lead by 8. Teasy goes off a pick. Just off the left side, open for 3. Got it. And the Eagles climb back within 25-12. That's a nice open look. Cook got the rebound, and it's intercepted by Lightfoot. Lightfoot ahead to Keel, who leans in, uses the left hand over the right side, up and in. Tough move by Keel. Another basket in transition. 35-17. The Bulldogs continue to be in control. MFL MarMac built a 14-point halftime lead. They just continue to pull away the rest of the way. And the Bulldogs finish perfect in week number 1. They defeat Clayton Ridge by a final score of 64-35. The best high school basketball is on KCTN FM 100.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
It's a non-conference special Monday night matchup tonight on KCTN with Edgewood Colesburg and MFL MarMac. First off, we have the girls' game. The Vikings split 2 games last week, including a loss to a highly ranked North Lane team. They now look to even up their record. The Bulldogs closed last week with the win against Clayton Ridge on Friday. They look to get their second win in a row as this young team continues to grow as well. It's game 1 of 2. Edgewood Colesburg and MFL MarMac. The Chalk Talk for our girls game coming up next.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
At Alameda Clayton REC, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help you stay safe, especially during harvest season. If your equipment contacts a power line, back away. When you can't back away, call or radio for help. If you must, jump clear of the equipment. Do not touch the ground and the equipment at the same time. Report power line hazards today. At Alameda Clayton REC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton REC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Ann Cruz, Attorney at Law, Great River Care Center and Turner Point Assisted Living, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Liquidwood Assisted Living, Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, and by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. We begin the Chalk Talk for tonight's game. We're joined by Edco girls basketball coach Steve Putz. Coach, your team off to a 1-2 start. Dropped a decision to a pretty good North Lynn team on Friday night, 71-36. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, no, it's just, like I said, it's early in the year for us. I have a young team going up against one of the top two teams, ranked in the state in 1A again, who's always North Lynn. You know what you're going to get from them with that full court press, and it's always going to be a long, hard-fought night, them coming at you, and it's just a matter of whether you can sustain their pressure the whole night. And I thought our girls did a nice job in that first quarter of what we wanted to do, and we just got in a couple girls got in foul trouble there in that first half, and it just comes right down to it. We're just handling the basketball and not turning the ball over to them, and then them hitting some outside shots. So it was just a little too much for us that night.
All right, let's talk about your team. Set the starting lineup for us tonight.
Yeah, for tonight's game, I have Lily Brisky, Ellie Kirby, McKenna Hofer, Rachel Eckelceder, and Ava Hofer starting in the game tonight.
All right, some of the kids off the bench for you then.
Yeah, key factors coming in tonight would be Kendall Whitman, Addie Smelzer, and Abigail Schilling.
All right, and this is the thing about this team to this point of the season. It's working in some new players.
Yeah, no, exactly. Definitely a new nucleus of players. I've graduated a lot of seniors last year off the team that had a lot of minutes, and a lot of players this year have not had a lot of minutes at a varsity level yet. So it's just a matter of taking some time and being patient with this group. And I like the progress they're making of what we're doing, and I feel good about where we're at right now going into tonight's game.
All right, let's talk about MFL MarMac. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, so it's always a tough place to play when you go up there to play. They do a nice job, and they always have a solid team year in and year out. So it's always going to be a contest or a battle up there. They're going to want to get the ball inside as much as they can. They like to dribble drive, get into the middle of the paint, try to get you to over rotate, and then find that inside girl on the baseline for you. And then occasionally they'll hit that outside three. So we're just going to have to really key in and doing a nice job of team defense and dictating what we want them to do instead of them us.
Sure. Some of the keys in the ball game. What else do you have to do?
Yeah, and for us offensively, we're just gonna, we have to really not make sure we don't turn the ball over. Just take care of the basketball. Coming in tonight, that's just, if we can take care of the basketball, get into our half-court sets. I feel pretty good about where we're at in our half-court sets, and we're getting good looks. We're getting good looks inside the paint, and we're shooting really well inside the 3-point line for early in the season. So if we can take advantage of our athleticism in the inside tonight, I feel like we're going to have a good outcome for tonight.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you later on tonight.
Yep, thanks, Dan.
You betcha. Edco girls basketball coach Steve Putz on his Viking program. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards. They offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com, and you can even set up a free website for your fundraiser. Epic Wear, walk on. Call 563-568-2301 to place your order today.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, The Market, a division of Kendrick Inc., Pat's Electric of McGregor, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton Cunny Recycling of Monona, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. We continue the Chalk Talk for our girls game. We're joined by MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen. Coach, your team evening up the record 2-2, picked up your second conference victory, beating Clayton Ridge Friday night, 43-32. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, you know, we kind of got after him full court press, got some turnovers early in that game, and was able to get out to a good start. And that's one of the first games of the season that we were able to do that. So that, just getting off to a good start seems like some other games this season we just get behind right away, and we're just trying to dig out of a hole the whole time. So it's just really happy how we started that game, and it was good win for us.
All right, let's go through starting lineup first off for your team in tonight's game.
Yep, so we got our two seniors, Ava Kishman, Autumn Shaw. At the point, we got Emmy Wickner, and we'll go with Emma Driscoll and probably Casey Pika at the other guard.
And I know a number of kids contribute off the bench for you.
Yep, so we'll have Sam Ruff, Evelyn Fritz, Cora Keener. Those are our main subs that come off the bench for us.
All right, turning our attention to Edgewood Colesburg, non-conference game tonight. What do you know about the Vikings?
Yeah, I think it kind of starts with the Brisky girl and Kirby. I think they've done a nice job. I think the Brisky girl is averaging a little over 22 a game, so definitely she got our attention. And I mean they play a nice 1-3-1 on defense, and Coach Putz does a nice job with that program, and they'll have them ready to go. All
right, keys to the ball game for MFL MarMac. What do you have to do then?
Take care of the basketball. I think throughout the season so far, I think our turnovers have been a little high, so we need to take care of the basketball. Just execute a little better on offense. I feel like we forced some stuff at times, but we had a good practice yesterday, getting ready for this game, and I just hope it translates into the game tonight.
All right, this game here will take you about a quarter way through the season. This is several new players contributing to the returning starters that you had back from a year ago. Do you like the progress you guys have made so far?
Yeah, for the most part, we've had to insert some other kids that just with our numbers, and we've had some injuries and stuff. But I think every day, our kids come to practice ready to work, but yeah, overall, I feel that we're making good progress, and we just need to continue to trust the process. And I think by the end of the season, we'll be where we want to be.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you later on tonight.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Dan.
Yes, MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen and his Bulldog team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People State Bank. People State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right. 0 monthly service charges. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People State Bank, member FDIC.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The winter high school sports season has begun, and the doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage you to support your local high school basketball and wrestling teams. Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hofler of Family Dentistry wish all of our student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Call 539-4651. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Canuckle Floor Covering in Monona, Volwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Ashbecker Building Supplies in Rossville, Garden View Place in Monona, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, The Edgewood Reminder, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture and Window Treatments, and by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Behrens along with Coach Aaron Hamann. Welcome to Monona, and it's a non-conference Monday nighter for you tonight on KCTN as MFL MarMac entertains Edgewood Colesburg. Got a couple of solid matchups tonight.
Yeah, we got a couple of games that could go a number of ways, but I think both of these teams are excited for the challenge, and we're going to start off with the girls here, and it's going to be a pretty good ball game. I think it's going to be a lot of inside play tonight.
Yeah, we've been doing this game Monday night the last couple of years. As a matter of fact, there's a bunch of games happening on this Monday night. We'll be off tomorrow night for you. Tough to do back-to-back double headers. But in this matchup 2 years ago, it was an overtime game, which was won by MFL MarMac. Then last year, the Edco girls blitzed MFL MarMac early. Bulldogs played better in the second half. But this should be a competitive game tonight. Edco comes in 1-2. MFL MarMac is 2-2 in this non-conference affair.
Yeah, both these teams, I think, have inside, presence. They've got guards that are young, so it'll be curious to see how all these things match up and who shoots better, who follows their game plan, and which coach came with a better plan for tonight.
Edco averages about 47 points a ball game. MFL MarMac about 43 points a ball game. Both teams shooting in the 30% range from the field, and they shoot around 50% from the free throw line. MFL MarMac a little better on the three-point shooting at 25% compared to 18% for Edco. But these teams are obviously going to be carried by their defense. Let's talk about individually. Lily Boriski having a breakout season as she's had to really step up. They expect other players to continue to step up as well. Boriski averaging over 20 points and 8 rebounds a game.
Well, and they moved her from a guard to the post. She's plenty tall. She can jump out of the gym. We've seen that in volleyball season. We see that in track. She's fast. So they said, let's post her up, see what happens. She's averaging 20 points, about 8 rebounds. She's still getting about 4 steals in there as well. And I think her quickness is going to be something that they're going to have to account for. The Bulldogs will defensively. But then you've got the senior Ellie Kirby averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. She's right there. And a number of other players that are all hitting about 4 or 5 points and contributing for the Vikings.
So Boriski played some off the bench last year. You have Kirby returning as a starter. Otherwise, it is those other kids are asking to step up into bigger roles. That includes Rachel Eccleseder, McKenna Hofer, Kendall Whitman as well there. And what they need is who's going to be that number 3 scorer, or can 3 other girls come up with a double-point night for you each time.
Yeah, especially if one of those top 2 has an off night a little bit, who picks up that slack and is able to score, whether it's inside drives or whatever.
All right, let's talk about MFL MarMac, and they're led by a sophomore, Emmy Wickner, and what she's done defensively has led to the offense. She's averaging 11 points a ball game to lead the Bulldogs. Otherwise, it's scoring by committee.
It is. It's scoring by committee, but I think the havoc that she creates at the top of that, because she just puts pressure, and all of those steals, we saw it the other night at Clayton Ridge, Friday night. Those steals lead to runouts, whether they're layups or assists, but I think she just kind of spearheads the top of that defense. But then you've got a great pair inside. You've got Autumn Shaw, about 6 points, 6 rebounds. You've got Eva Kishman with about 5 points and 7 rebounds. So what a great pair to have inside. And we saw them do a great job defensively against Lola Reimer against Clayton Ridge Friday night.
Yeah, and Amy, as well as the Millard girl for Clayton Ridge as well. The other thing is for them, they would like to see them in the post more, get the ball more touches to lead to more scoring. Number of games happening across the area tonight. As a matter of fact, there's lots of Upper Iowa and Tri-Rivers Conference matchups going on tonight. Clayton Ridge is at Maquoketa Valley. Starmont is at Central tonight. And elsewhere, Postville entertaining Tripola. As we mentioned, this is kind of a busy week for both these teams. And they will play 3 games in a row with MFL MarMac turning around tomorrow night, having to go to Southwind. They're actually off on Friday night, but play Saturday against Houston, Minnesota. Meanwhile, for Edco, they actually will have tomorrow night off because Central City doesn't have a girls team. But they're going to face another good team in East Buchanan Friday night.
Friday night they've got East Buchanan, and they're doing a lot of good things right now.
This, by the way, is our first game in the newly remodeled MFL MarMac gym in the A.N. Bussey Gymnasium. They have taken out the stage area, and for those folks that are joining us on the YouTube channel tonight and on KCTN.com watching this game video-wise, it's spectacular. We saw this during the football season. They've turned off the lights, and it's certainly a decked-out affair here as we're ready for the starting lineups with our game tonight with MFL MarMac and Edco. We'll turn it courtside with Greg Schiller. Take it away with tonight's starting lineups. And that's if he can see us over there.
If he can see us, you bet.
They turned off the lights for the starting lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MFL MarMac High School for tonight's girls varsity basketball game between the Edgewood Colesburg Vikings and the MFL MarMac Bulldogs. The Vikings are coached by Steve Putz, assisted by Brooks Eggleceder. The Bulldogs are coached by Jess Schubert and Brian Bugenhagen, assisted by Mike Driscoll and honorary coach Jason Winter. Officials for tonight's game are Robert Kober, Brady Forsyth, and Jim Prouty. Now the starting lineups. First for the Vikings, number 10, Lily Boriski. For the Bulldogs, a 5'8" sophomore from Monona, Iowa, number 2, Emmy Wickner. For the Vikings, number 12, Ava Hofer. For the Bulldogs, 5'7" junior from Monona, Iowa, number 20, Casey Pika. For the Vikings, number 30, Ellie Kirby. And for the Bulldogs, 5'9" senior from Farmersburg, Iowa, number 21, Autumn Shaw. For the Vikings, number 34, Rachel Eggleseder. And for the Bulldogs, 5'7" sophomore from Marquette, Iowa, number 24, Emma Driscoll. And finally for the Vikings, number 40, McKenna Hofer. And for the Bulldogs, a 5'9" senior from Farmersburg, Iowa, number 30, Ava Kishman. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time...
There we go. Starting lineups, opening action, ready to come. He's from National. Aaron is my old man born in Freilich. Back with the opening action coming up next from Monona.
For generations, local farmers have trusted Freedom Bank to provide the financial backing they need to succeed. We have a long tradition of empowering success, and that continues today. We offer competitive financing options at competitive rates, whether for equipment purchases, building construction, land purchases, or operating capital. Visit one of Freedom Bank's experienced ag loan professionals in Elkader, Monona, Postville, and Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Bulldog Eagle Basketball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome here to Monday Night Basketball on KCTN. The Bulldogs wearing their home white tops and bottoms, blue trim. Bulldogs across the front there in blue. Edco wearing their away black uniforms, black bottoms and tops. Edco across the front in yellow. They have the white trim on their shorts. Once again, it will be Driscoll to jump it up for MFL MarMac, and for Edco, it will be Boriski to jump it up at center court. So we're ready to go here on this non-conference matchup here on this, once again, Monday night. So a crowd continuing to roll in, and here is the tip, and it is controlled there by Edco back into the defensive end. We thank you for joining us tonight on KCTN FM 100 as well as KCTN.com. Hofer right away takes a three from the right wing. Shot is no good. Pika gets the rebound, tried to lead Shaw, but overshot her back in the offensive end. They turn it over on their first trip down the court. We also thank you for joining us on the KCTN YouTube channel. You can get there from KCTN.com or just go to the KCTN YouTube channel for live video of this game tonight. Pressure by MFL MarMac. Edco brings it into the offensive end with Boriski. Eggleseder back out on top. They work things offensively with Ava Hofer. Trying to go in the lane to Boriski. The pass there from McKenna Hofer. She's overshot into the lane, and a turnover committed there by MFL MarMac. Plenty of youth at the guard spots for both these teams.
Yeah, we've got a freshman, junior. You know, we've got some other freshmen, sophomore that come off the bench for him.
Right side, Pika. Edco, by the way, playing 2-3 zone starting out. Driscoll open, left side, fires up a three, hits the back of the rim. Shot is no good. Boriski able to clear the rebound from the right for Edgewood Colesburg. Vikings come into the offensive end. MFL MarMac will play girl-to-girl defense starting out here. And it is Eva Hofert has the ball. A reach-in foul committed there. Center court circle by Wickner. Wickner went for the steal, got part of the arm, and that is our first whistle of the game.
Yeah, interesting matchup. Eva Hofert, the freshman out there. Emmy Wickner, a seasoned sophomore out there. But she's going to give him some fits there at the top of that zone.
McKenna Hofer inbounds to Kirby, who tried to make a move to the right, lost the basketball, picked up by Wickner. She's got to step on everybody, goes up and scores the right-handed layup. Great chase by Boriski, who nearly got back there when it looked like Wickner was going to run away from everybody. So the Bulldogs strike first, backcourt area and Boriski to Ellie Kirby in the offensive end, left side to Eckelceder, and traveled with the basketball. At first was looking to shoot, but dropped the ball, which kind of disrupted things. And as she tried to work it inside, took an extra step, and the Vikings turned it over.
You know, they've had 4 trips down the court. 3 of them have been turnovers, so offense has been struggling here early for the Vikings.
Edco averaging 20 turnovers a ball game, and MFL MarMac at about 15 a game. So that will be the key, as it is in any girls' basketball game. Left side to Wickner. Wickner tried to go in the lane to Shaw. It's deflected out of there by Eckelceder. She helped out of that zone. Loose ball picked up by Ellie Kirby for the Vikings. But again, Edco will lean on Boriski to help bring it into the offensive end to get him into their offense. Eckelceder traveled with the basketball. Got it left wing, moved the feet before moving the ball. And the Vikings here really yet to establish anything offensively.
Yeah, they're just not getting their footings here, not looking like they're comfortable out there. Just some nerves maybe, but unforced errors right now.
We've played a little over 90 seconds in this ball game, and that is the 4th turnover committed. Casey Pika in the lane to Driscoll, body from behind by McKenna Hofer, who plays the top of that 2-3 zone. Driscoll is able to slide into the lane and bumped. The ball will go off the left side of the basket underneath there for MFL MarMac.
On the way this zone is setting up for the Vikings, that 10-12 footers where they're going to find some openings in this zone.
Driscoll has to go inbounds to the corner to, once again, Wickner. They get it to the free throw line. Casey Pika pulls up, 15-footer, no good. Shaw the rebound, saves it back to Pika, who drives in, takes a shot from the elbow, banks it long off the right side. Boriski got the rebound and almost taken away underneath by Wickner, but corralled by, once again, Kirby for Edco as MFL MarMac gets back defensively. Kirby and Boriski, they'll try to work them into the lane sometime, or the experienced players. Ellie Kirby has it right side on offense. Back over left wing to McKenna Hofer as they get into their offense. Boriski has it left side, brings it back out on top to McKenna Hofer. She's going to fire up a 3, grazed the bottom of the rim from the left side, and the rebound picked up by MFL MarMac. And again, the Vikings going to try to put some pressure on here, and the ball by Driscoll has to slide down on a pass she wasn't expecting. Hit her in the back. She's able to track it down, and MFL MarMac tries to bring it into the sideline offensively, and it's knocked away by Edco on the near side.
Yeah, a lot of scrappiness in those guards up front. Everyone's trying to get steals and takeaways and pokeaways, but this is going to remain with the Bulldogs here after all that.
And we're going to see this most nights, whether we're doing Tri-Rivers Conference or Upper Iowa Conference basketball this year, is can guards handle pressure? Right side, Driscoll. Driscoll in the corner to Casey Pika. Traveled with the basketball. Got the ball in the right corner. Moved the feet before moving the ball. We saw that call a number of times the other night down in Guttenberg, and we've seen it a couple of times here already.
Yeah, just got to get those feet set, and it's great that she wants to give that ball fake, but the feet have to stay on the court there and ball fake and then put the ball on the ground
The first substitution of the night is for MFL MarMac. Samantha Ruff, a sophomore, makes her first appearance. She averages 6 points off the bench, and Casey Pika checks out. Meanwhile, Eckelceder catches it on the left block, tried to take a shot. It is blocked by Kishman. Wickner gets the rebound for MFL MarMac and races into the offensive end, goes up and fouled hard by Eckelceder. She was able to get back on a reach-in foul, and a nice drive by Wickner. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, Wickner just outrunning the pack there and getting to the hoop, and Eckelceder kind of caught her off guard, stuck out an arm, and got a lot of body.
That is the first whistle against Eckelceder, the second committed by MFL MarMac. Wickner's free throw on its way, and it is good. 3-0. MFL MarMac the early lead 3 minutes into this game. First substitution for Edco. Eckelceder will check out. Into the game is number 42, and that will be Kendall Whitman. She is a sophomore that comes off the bench for Edco. Wickner will try to make it a 4-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Second free throw on its way. It's off the front of the rim, rolls to the left, and Ellie Kirby boxes out, gets the rebound off the left side for the Vikings. Boriski trying to go ahead to Ellie Kirby. She gets it at the center court line, brings it into the offensive end now here. Hands it back out on top. That's Eva Hofer, and she traveled with the basketball on the exchange, it appears.
Yeah, I think she kept coming around that handoff with her feet before she put the ball on the ground.
So another turnover by the Vikings gives the ball to MFL MarMac. Vikings in this 2-3 zone, but they're looking to be active out of this zone.
Yeah, they're kind of staggering the top two girls there and wanting to just interchange them, take away the high post, but pressure on the ball.
Wickner right side to Driscoll. Driscoll tries to dribble the basketball and then is fouled on a reach-in, committed there by Eva Hofer. At first I thought maybe we'd get a jump ball, but a reach-in foul committed by the Vikings. So it's apparent early here that we're not going to allow any reaching this ball game right away.
No, they're going to play this straight up. They don't want to see any reaching. From our advantage, it looked like that might have been a jump ball or a travel, but said he got the arm, not the ball.
Driscoll tried to go in the lane to Shaw, deflected out of there by Edco. It stays down here as they work it off the right side of the basket. 3.5 into our opening act, easing into this ball game with a 3-0 lead for MFL MarMac. Driscoll takes it out of bounds and inbounds to, once again, Kishman. Her shot misses it long, but Shaw gets the weak side rebound and brings it right back out on top. Good hustle by the Bulldogs to maintain possession. Wickner back over to Ruff. Ruff with it, right side to Wickner, who drives baseline by Boriski, pulls up, 8-foot shot, circled around, got it to go down. Nice drive there by Wickner, and it's 5-0 MFL MarMac, the early lead.
And you can see them taking away the point guard, and they want Boriski to have to bring the ball up if they can force it. That keeps her out of the post.
Offensively, they try to go on top. It's intercepted by Wickner. Wickner's got a fast break, drives in right side, scores another layup. Halfway through the opening act, and 7-0 MFL MarMac in the lead.
Well, 7-0. Wickner's got all 7 points right now.
Backcourt area, Boriski across the timeline offensively, races to the basket, drives in, and Shaw on the help defense reached in, knocked the ball away on the drive, and Edco takes it off the right side of the basket.
Yeah, Boriski had a nice clear lane there, and Shaw able to get a hand on the ball and poke that out of bounds. They'll take it out on the right side of the hoop.
McKenna Hofer will take it out of bounds for the Vikings and has to go on top to Kirby at the elbow. Right back to Hofer on the outside the right block. Takes an 8-footer, but long on the shot. In fact, aired it out. Rebound pulled down there by Shaw. Driscoll triple teamed underneath the basket for MFL MarMac. Has it deflected out of there. She was just looking for some help, and the Vikings unable to get a turnover there. The ball knocked out of bounds back to MFL MarMac.
And Eggleseder's going to come back in, and McKenna Hofer, she's going to go to the bench here.
One thing that Edco's still trying to do is establish their bench. Who's going to be consistent as far as getting minutes off the bench for them. Wickner right side to Driscoll. Driscoll high post area to Shaw, who swings it left side to Ruff. Ruff on the wing and brings it back out on top to Wickner. Right side to Driscoll, back in the lane to Kishman at the high post, but a tough pass to handle, a lot of traffic. Knocked out of there, picked up by Whitman for Edco. So MFL MarMac turns it over. Back offensively, Eggleseder. Eggleseder back out on top to Ellie Kirby. We approach the 3-minute mark in our quarter. Whitman right side, Eggleseder open, just off the wing for 3. Got it. That's what they want. Inside out, and a nice step-in shot by Eggleseder. Vikings on the board.
Yeah, shot that with confidence that time down and got that nice feed from inside the post.
And back out on top in the offensive end is Wickner. Wickner to Ruff, right side. Swings it left wing area to Driscoll. Driscoll back out on top to Wickner. Wickner, left side to Driscoll, bounce pass in the lane to Shaw, who establishes position but plays handy over on the shot. Banked it there from left to right, and the rebound pulled down by Edco, but now we've got a tie up. As Ellie Kirby lost the ball, she ends up on the floor there with Ruff. They help each other up. They're okay, but the ball goes to Edco on the alternate possession rule. So, and actually, it is going to go again to MFL MarMac as Edco now realizes that.
Yeah, Edco realized that we're going to lose the possession there, and we've got a couple more subs. Wickner and Driscoll checked out.
So Casey Pika comes back into the ball game. Also in there as well as number 11, Evelyn Fritz, a freshman. Casey Pika from the elbow banks the 15-footer long from the right elbow. Ellie Kirby gets the rebound underneath. Ahead of the pack, Boriski catches it, middle of the lane, takes a fadeaway 8-foot shot, hits the side of the backboard, and is going to be bailed out by contact. Tough shot as she was drifting away, but she'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, I think that was going to be a floater shot for her anyway because she didn't have her feet under her, but a little bit of nudge there kind of pushed her away from the basket, and she's going to go after earn these at the free throw line.
And you almost thought there that maybe it was a case there of she was looking to pass the ball. Free throw goes off the, once again, the back of the rim. It is no good. So we'll try to get the scoreboard if we can on every shot to the left that we run here as Edco brings it in the offensive end. And 2:20 to go here in our opening quarter. That's a on-air production meeting, by the way.
That is. And Brisky misses the first one, but she makes the second one.
So 1 of 2, and it's 7-4. Quick 4-0 spurt by Edco. So Fritz now takes over the point guard duties there with Wickner out of the game. Left side in the offensive end, high post area. Also in there is number 14 for MFL MarMac, just coming in, and Ashlyn Dundee, a freshman. Meanwhile, Dundee tried to work the ball down low to Shaw, goes out of bounds, and it goes back there to Edco. Is this Dundee's first action of the year?
This is her first varsity stepping on the court for the first time for the varsity team.
Ashton Dundee, again, Edco and MFL MarMac, both schools dealing with number issues, so they just played a couple of quarters of JV tonight. McKenna Hofer back into the game, top of the key, open for three, got it just off the right side. And a quick 7-0 spurt by the Vikings ties things up.
Yeah, right back in it here. And here's a turnover, threw it right to Boriski.
Intercepted, Boriski drives in, crossover dribble, she bounces to the right side, lays it up and in. And just like that, a 9-0 run by Edco, and they suddenly lead 9-7.
And that was just a telegraph pass there by the freshman. Boriski easily able to step in front of that.
And as Evelyn Fritz brings it into the offensive end, traveled with the basketball. So that 9-0 run happens in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, just like that. You know, you hit a free throw, you get a run out, you get a three-pointer, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Shaw and Fritz check out for MFL MarMac. Back into the game is Wickner along with Casey Pika. So back offensively, left side, it is Ellie Kirby on top to McKenna Hofer. Right side, Eckelceder, deep three, right side off the back of the rim. A rebound picked up there by Whitman, who throws it left side to Kirby, misses the baseline 10-foot shot. It is no good. And the rebound underneath there by Dundee for, once again, MFL MarMac. Wickner across the timeline, races into the offensive end, drives by everybody, floats in, banks it up and in. No ball stoppage there, and Wickner has tied this game up at 9.
Yeah, nobody stepped in front of her, so she just kept going around standing bodies and was able to get to the brack on that.
Eckelceder back right side as they beat the pressure into the offensive end, and she's going to take a 25-footer right side, got it! And Eckelceder with a three with room to spare. 12-9 Vikings in the lead. Across the timeline, Casey Pika in the offensive end on top to Wickner. Wickner left side to Ruff. Ruff with it now, going to bring it back out on top to Wickner. High post area to Kishman. Puts it on the floor, pulls up, 6-footer in the lane, left it short off the right side. Created her own shot there. Boriski grabs another rebound. Back into the offensive end, McKenna Hofer tried to go right side to Eckelceder. She cannot hang on to it near the MFL MarMac bench on the visitor side. And the loose ball picked up by MFL MarMac. Vikings turn it over.
I think both of those girls were standing out of bounds when that all happened. It was right in front of the bench, but shot clock's off here. We've got under 15 seconds to play.
And it will be MFL MarMac with Pika along the baseline. Bounces in the lane to Dundee, but intercepted by Boriski. Boriski with 5 seconds to go gets it to Ellie Kirby. Kirby at center court, back to Boriski. Boriski's going to take a shot just inside center court. Banks long off the back of the rim. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. We've expected a tight one, and that's what we're getting. 12-9, Edco the early lead. Let's take this break.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood, Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. So we've played one quarter. 12-9 is the lead for Edco. And let's get an update now from, once again, Clayton Ridge and Maquoketa Valley. They've played one quarter, and that game is tied at 9. Good start for Clayton Ridge at Mac Valley. What do we have shooting-wise in the first quarter here in this game for both teams?
The Vikings were 4 of 11, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, but they were 3 of 7 from behind the arc. For the Bulldogs, they were 4 of 12, 0 of 1 on three-pointers, 1 of 2 from the free throw line as well.
It will be Edco's basketball to start this second half. It'll be Eckelceder, Ellie Kirby, Ava Hofer, McKenna Hofer, and also Boriski. And here is a reach-in foul on Kishman. For the Bulldogs, it's Kishman. Also out there is Pika, Shaw, Wickner, and Driscoll. So basically the starting 5 out there for both these teams to start the second quarter. MFL MarMac raced out to a 7-0 lead. Edco answered with a 9-0 run, and they lead by 3 as we start the second quarter. That foul, by the way, the second on Kishman. In the lane, Boriski, the immediately triple teamer. Back on over there to Kirby. Middle of the lane, misses the 5-footer just off the left side, closer to 8 feet away. But the pass by Kishman thrown right into the hands of Hofer. who receives the pass and just lays it up and in. Vikings get a turnover and a basket. Back in the offensive end, it is Pika. Takes an off-balance floater, misses the shot driving in, tries to save it along the rebound, and in fact the ball goes out of bounds by Boriski near the right corner. That's the near side, and it will go to the Bulldogs along the baseline off the right side.
Yeah, both teams exchanged 7 turnovers in that first quarter.
So that's a concern. Pika, right side to Driscoll. Driscoll brings it back out on top, goes left side to Wickner. Wickner puts it on the floor, wraparound pass to Kishman. Her shot just off the block, no good, but fouled by Boriski. And that's what MFL MarMac hoping to do. Seen some success getting the ball into the lane.
Yeah, if they can get that ball in the lane, about 8-12 feet, I think you're going to find some openings against this 2-3 zone. You saw Edco adjust a little bit that time, brought those bottom 3 up, but they still got to, give Wickner some room when she tries to drive.
Kishman's free throw. It's off the back of the rim. She'll get another opportunity. So MFL MarMac getting the ball inside like they want to do, and Edco, a team that was struggling from the three-point line, but they feel like they've got shooters, and Eccleseder's hit a couple.
Yeah, they're not afraid to shoot. Eccleseder's got a couple. McKenna-Hofert's got a couple of good baskets as well.
Free throw, it is long, so MFL MarMac comes up empty for both. Ellie Kirby got the rebound. Back in the offensive end to Eccleseder, who drives baseline and is bodied there by Kishman as she tried to drive right side, and that will be the third foul on Ava Kishman. A major concern now for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, that's a big concern because she's going to have to sit the rest of this 7 minutes of the second quarter, so Autumn Shaw is going to probably draw the duty of having to guard Boriski inside the post.
Samantha Ruff will check in, so they will go more guard-oriented here. Kirby gets it inbounds at the elbow. Right side, Eccleseder, deep 3, banked it long. Not about a 24-footer from just off the top of the key. Wickner gets the rebound. Back to Driscoll, a minute into our second quarter. Driscoll in the offensive end. Edco gets back, and a good decision by Driscoll to bring it back out on top. Wickner, middle of the lane, drives in, takes an 8-foot floater, driving in, rolls off the side of the rim, but there is a foul on the floor underneath. And this may be Edco fighting for position underneath the basket.
Yeah, I think this is going to go against Ellie Kirby trying to box out Shaw there, and Shaw was just trying to get around her, and they said they're going to hold her on that.
That will be the first foul committed there by Ellie Kirby, and both teams now have 2. A minute 15 into our second quarter. Inbounds in the corner to Wickner after they took it out of bounds off the left side of the basket. Wickner drives baseline, goes in, and a body call there by Eccleseder. And this is going to be interesting because we're going to end up shooting free throws fairly quickly here in this second quarter.
We're going to get into the bonus because that's Edco's third this quarter. 2 already on MFL MarMac, and that's Rachel Eccleseder's second foul, so she's going to go to the bench. Kendall Whitman's going to come back in the game.
Whitman, a sophomore, is taking over for Eccleseder. We'll check and see how long they'll keep her on the bench with those 2 fouls. Inbounds to Wickner. Wickner drives in. Again, a 12-foot leaner this time. Got it to roll around and go down facing the basket. Wickner getting into the middle of the lane. Bulldogs climb back within 3. Backcourt area to Ava, once again, Hofer. Back over to McKenna Hofer. High post area, that is Whitman. They go underneath the basket. Kirby's shot blocked from behind by Ruff. Rebound pulled down there by Whitman, and here's another foul. This is on MFL MarMac, and this foul is committed by Shaw, and it's 14-11. That's the third foul now on MFL MarMac.
Yeah, both of these teams sitting at 3 team fouls, so we're definitely going to be shooting free throws before this is all said and done.
Boriski in the corner to McKenna Hofer on the inbounds. Back out on top to Ellie Kirby in the lane to Boriski, and here's another foul. So after a well-played quarter foul-wise, that's the 4th on MFL MarMac. 3 committed there by Edco. It's going to become a free throw shoot-a-thon here in the final 6:15 of our first half.
Everybody's gotten slow feet and grabby hands all of a sudden.
Hofer inbounds to Ava Hofer. Right side for a 3. Aired it out long. Driscoll tracks down the rebound near the left side. Bulldogs with possession, then rebound knocked out of bounds by Boriski. Yeah, what we've seen is just the fouls there, not moving the feet, just trying to hip check as you're driving baseline, and just not strong fundamental basketball right now.
Yeah, just struggling on those fundamentals, and a little token pressure here by the Vikings, try to slow down the Bulldogs.
And they get it ahead to Ruff. Ruff to a wide-open shot underneath and scores the left-handed layup. Bulldogs zip right through it. They're back within 2. Another score to pass along. Central leads Starmont 17-4 at the end of 1. Meanwhile, it is Tripoli leading Postville 25-11 at the end of 1. On top, Ava Shaw knocked away by Ava Hofer, I should say, knocked away by Shaw, but it goes into the hands of Boriski after Ava Hofer recovers, and Boriski scores just off the right block to put the Bulldogs down by 3.
And that was a tough shot by Boriski because a little bit of contact there, and she had a hard time elevating, but able to lift that up over the rim.
And back over right side, Ruff, top of the key to Shaw. Shaw swings it left side to Wickner. Wickner brings it back out on top, and top of the key to Driscoll. Driscoll, right side to Casey Pika, who drives, runs into Whitman. The shot no good. Whitman good straight up defense, and here's a silly reach-in foul by Casey Pika as the rebound pulled down by Boriski. We'll go to the other end now because that's the 5th team foul in MFL MarMac.
Yeah, the last 5-12, we're going to be shooting free throws, but I think that was a frustration foul by Casey Pika. She thought there was contact, and I thought Kendall Whitman did a great job of going straight up, but then to reach on that rebound after it was secured by Boriski is just a silly foul.
So let's see which team can take advantage of this, the free throw shooting. Boriski's free throw, it's off the back of the rim. It is no good. And as we mentioned, both teams shooting about 50% on the season, so they're going to get plenty of practice here. Into the game is Alyssa Meyer, another freshman coming in for Edco. Whitman will check out. So Edco has 6 freshmen on their roster. MFL MarMac, by the way, has 4 freshmen on theirs, I believe. Second free throw by Boriski. It is good. 1 of 2. 17-13, Edco in the lead.
Edco just kind of keeping that slim lead here. Nice job at the free throw line and salvaging one.
Wickner, high post area to Ruff. Ruff drives in, swings it right side to Driscoll on the baseline. Tried to go back to Ruff. It is intercepted by Hofer, who dove on the floor. Saves it back to Meyer. And Edco back across the timeline offensively. Top of the key, Ava Hofer. Hofer left side to Kirby. Kirby guarded by Ruff. We mentioned the Bulldogs girl to girl throughout here. And Edco in that 2-3 zone. High post area to Meyer. Turns, fires up a 15-footer. It is good. Caught it at the high post, just turned and fired. 6-point lead for the Vikings. Here's Casey Pika, left side, fires up a 3 off the back of the rim. But Driscoll tracks down the long rebound on top. Back over to, again, Wickner, who drives in. 1-foot runner, banked it long, but Shaw, the offensive rebound from the left side, up and in. Shaw uses that hand so well from the left side. It's a 4-point lead, and now a timeout taken by Edco. 19-15, Edco in the lead. 4:20 to go in the half. Let's take this break. Hey sports fans, take a timeout and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
So 4:20 to go in our opening quarter. Let's update you on the scores. Maquoketa Valley has had a dominant second quarter. They outscored Clayton Ridge 29-2 in the second quarter. They lead 38-11 at the half. Mac Valley girls, by the way, are pretty darn good. Also, Trappola leading Postville in the second quarter, 25-11. Central leading Starmont at the end of one at 17-4. We'll continue to keep you up to date. Meanwhile, Edco takes our first time out of the ball game, and they have the basketball. Ava Hofer brings it in the offensive end, back out on top to McKenna Hofer. Hofer guarded by Wickner in the lane to Meyer, high post, loses it, but picked up by Ellie Kirby. Takes an off-balance 6-foot shot, banked it long just outside the lane. Wickner gets the rebound. Ahead of the pack is Pika. Pika drives in. The shot, it is no good, but fouled as Meyer tried to block the shot back defensively. And that will put MFL MarMac to the free throw line for 2. Plus, they will get to the final 4 minutes of the half because the next one puts Edco over the limit.
Every foul from here on out will go to whichever end we got to go to shoot free throws.
And Pika's free throw on its way. It is good. 19-16, Edco in the lead. So, again, this is part of the learning experience for both these teams because you've got to make an adjustment to how the game is called.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything, wrong with the officiating. It's been equal on both sides, and they said, hey, we're not going to take the grab and the pushing.
Second free throw, it is good, 19-17, and Edco beats the pressure by MFL MarMac, and Kirby drives in, misses the 6-foot shot this time off the right block. Shaw got the rebound, and this is what we're talking about. Here's a reach-in foul by Ava Hofer. Back to the other end for 2 shots.
Yeah, we're 80 feet away from the hoop, and we're going to walk to the other end to shoot some free throws. So you don't force the offense to go the length of the court or set up an offense. We just walk down, shoot a couple of freebies.
Our officials are going to get a workout tonight. And they had to go all the way to the other line where Shaw goes to the free throw line for 2. Shaw, free throw line this year, is from the free throw line, misses that one to the right there. Shaw is actually just been there only 6 times, and 2 for 6 coming in. And substitution for Edco as Addie Smeltzer checks into the ball game for the first time, and Ava Hofer checks out. Meanwhile, Casey Pika has checked out for MFL MarMac, and Evelyn Fritz has checked back in. Shaw makes the second free throw. Bulldogs have made 3 of 4 from the line, and it's 19-18. Brisky back across the timeline, tried to bounce it in the lane to Kirby. There's another turnover. Tried to go to the right block, had the right idea, just got too close and too hard with the bounce pass.
Well, and that's their first turnover of the second quarter, so they've cleaned things up there a little bit, but still, I'd like to see them get into some kind of offensive flow.
Yeah, the first quarter for both these teams, a rough start, but yes, both teams have been better hanging on to the basketball. Left side, Evelyn Fritz, open, left wing for 3, aired it out short, it is no good. Ruff saves the rebound underneath, but however, it goes back to Driscoll, so she saves it, and now we've got a traveling violation on Fritz. Fritz caught it left side, and at first, they were hoping for a reach-in foul, not the case. She traveled with the basketball, and the turnover gives it back to the Vikings.
And here comes a little pressure out of the Bulldogs again to force Edco to handle the ball, get it up the court.
3.5 left in our first half. McKenna Hofer to Meyer. Meyer brings it into the offensive end. Their post player tried to go left side to Kirby, overshot her, and turns it over. Again, she helps bring it into the offensive end, but it's tough to ask a post player to bring the ball into the offensive end for her to lead the break.
And once she does, she just needs to pick that up and let a guard come to her instead of trying to force that issue.
And again, a freshman as well for Edco. Evelyn Fritz, left wing area. And the free throw line to Ruff, and the ball tie up in the lane there. Yep, as intercepting the pass was Addie Smeltzer, and they tied up together, and it will stay down here with MFL MarMac.
And you see the Vikings still staggering those top 2 girls in this 2-3 zone, so almost like a 1-1-3, but they're able to pick up that high post.
All right, Evelyn Fritz checks out. Casey Pika back into the game for the Bulldogs. And Ruff inbounds to Wickner, who established position, but Brisky able to get back around on the right block. Wickner swings it left side to Ruff, back out on top, intercepted by Addie Smeltzer, and then a reach-in foul again committed by Ruff. So MFL MarMac turned it over, and they want to press there, but again, the reach-in foul back to the other end for more free throws.
And I think that goes back to what you said about making adjustments in the game to how it's being officiated. And if you're going to reach and grab, they're going to call the foul right away. You got to play that full court pressure defense with your feet hands straight up.
So Smeltzer goes to the free throw line for 2. Free throw on its way there. High arcing free throw, short of the rim, rolls to the back. It is through, and it's 20-18. Edco in the lead. So Edco trailed 7-0 to start this ball game, but now with a 2-point lead. Second free throw being eyed there, once again by Smeltzer. Smeltzer's second free throw, high arcing free throw, grazes the side of the rim. It is short. Ellie Kirby gets the rebound off the right side, triple teamed, and somehow able to get it out of there to Smeltzer. Good hustle there. Kirby now left open, drives right side, the shot no good, and yep, you betcha, we've got another foul, and it's a body call as she went up between 2 defenders. So it's the Knights of Columbus free throw shooting contest going on here tonight.
And you know, they're calling it so closely, which is good because it's getting very physical in there. There's still a lot of bodies flying all over the place on those rebounds.
Free throws off the back of the rim, and the difference is neither team right now ain't really able to take advantage of these free throws.
Yeah, nobody's making a consistent free throw tonight.
Second free throw on its way by Kirby. It is good, 1 of 2, and that's really been the best scenario for these teams this year. 21-18 is the score. But the good news is you've got 2:48 to continue to practice here in the first half. Wickner back over right side to Casey Pika. Pika drives into the right elbow, takes an off-balance 8-footer, banks it up and in. Tough shot as she got inside the right elbow there and had to bank that in almost facing the basket. Backcourt area, it is Brisky. Brisky, right side, pass intercepted by Casey Pika. Pika back over to Wickner and scores the layup. Good, sound, fundamental defense. Bulldogs have the lead, and here's the timeout taken by Edco. 22-21, the lead for, once again, the Bulldogs. Let's take this break. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. So just a 30-second timeout taken there, but they may have changed it to a full timeout here.
They're both still standing, so I think it's only a 30. It's just slow to get that clock started.
Yeah, I didn't quite get there's the first whistle, the 30-second whistle, so it took them a little bit to figure things out. Give us a chance to talk about that things have changed in MFL MarMac. We talked about the stage area, but now the scores table is on the visitor side. And, of course, now you've got the great chairs on the for the benches there, the cushion chairs. And, again, it's just a little bit different. All these years, the scoreboard's been below us. The officials have been facing us. Easy to see the calls.
And you think about the days where that stage was there was always that possibility that a player was going to run into the stage. That's gone now as well.
And, again, it's a great setup. Ahead of the pack, Boriski tried to lead it ahead to Ellie Kirby. Overshot, picked up there by Driscoll. Driscoll goes right side and going for the steal with Smeltzer. And, again, they both collide, and that is a foul committed by Smeltzer. And it will be MFL MarMac back to the free throw line.
And you can't blame Addie Smeltzer, the freshman. Saw that nice high pass, thought maybe she could get to it, but the quickness of Wickner to get underneath that, that's a tough one to win because she's got lots of quickness and speed.
Second free throw on its way. The first free throw, rather, by Wickner is good. Second one coming up. And of course, if you're not that familiar, again, we wipe the fouls free at the end of each quarter, and everything's 2 shots once you get to 5 fouls. For those that maybe for years, the one-on-one was 7 in the half, and then you had 10 in a double bonus there in a situation when you got to 10 fouls. Those are long gone.
Yeah, all double bonus now, and 5 is the magic number.
Wickner makes them both, and it's 24-21. MFL MarMac now leads by 3. McKenna Hofer just checked back into the game. Smeltzer in the lane to Meyer from the right block, pushes it off the side of the backboard. The shot is no good. Rebound pulled down there by Driscoll. Driscoll pushes it in the offensive end to Ruff. Ruff drives in, takes an off-balance leaner, trying to draw the charge is Kirby, and she does. They wave off the basket. Kirby got back defensively in an offensive foul.
And Kirby took the brunt of that, but great job hustling down there, knowing where she needed to get to, and just absorbing that big hit there by Driscoll.
Meyer checks out. Whitman back in for Edco. That is an experienced defender right there.
Yeah, just knowing where she needed to be and doing a great job with it.
And Ruff had the right idea, but better defense that time. Inbounds to Boriski, back to Kirby. As we approach 90 seconds left in the half, Hofer right side to Smeltzer in the offensive end. Back out on top now here to Hofer. Ellie Kirby in the lane to Boriski, intercepted by Shaw, and the loose ball picked up by MFL MarMac. Wickner saves it back to Driscoll. Driscoll across the timeline offensively, left side to Pika, 17-footer from the left wing. It is up and in, and you'll like that shot. Pika able to set. This is a 26-21 lead now for MFL MarMac. Backcourt area, it is Smeltzer. Smeltzer bumped the nose of, once again, Shaw. Shaw's all right. And as she brought it right side, there is a foul committed by MFL MarMac. And if that's on Ruff,
that's going to be her third.
It is. So it's going to be a matter of attrition as this game goes on. Back to the free throw line is going to be Kirby.
Remember, Ava Kishman's already on the bench for the Bulldogs with 3. Now that's Samantha Ruff has 3 as well.
Free throw good, 26-21. MFL MarMac in the lead. Evelyn Fritz will check in. Checking out will be Ruff with those 3 fouls. So that's 2 starters with concern for MFL MarMac. Edco doesn't have anybody with 3 yet, but a couple of girls with 2. Second free throw by Kirby. It is good. 26-23. MFL MarMac in the lead.
Yeah, able to knock down a pair there, so things looking better at the free throw line that time for Kirby.
And right side, they go cross court to Evelyn Fritz. Bounce pass in the lane to Shaw, overshot her. Shaw didn't get to the left block there as the pass was too far in front. Intercepted by Whitman. Back is Kirby. Right side to McKenna Hofer in the offensive end. Back over to Boriski. Boriski lane to the basket. Goes between 2 defenders. The shot altered by Evelyn Fritz. Got a piece of it. But saving the rebound is Whitman. Back to Kirby, who hits the shot outside the lane. And it's suddenly a 1-point game. And MFL MarMac will take this timeout. 26-25. Bulldogs in the lead. Let's take this break.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I am available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
26-25. MFL MarMac in the lead. A couple of more scores. It is Starmont and Central. Central leads at the half 38-9. And as we mentioned, Maquoketa Valley leading Clayton Ridge 38-11. MFL MarMac using their first timeout with 45 seconds to go here in the first half.
And I think that was a good timeout. Things starting to get a little hectic. Settle them down, figure out what you want to do offensively for this last possession.
Fritz across the timeline to Wickner in the lane. Loses the basketball, so saves it back over to Pika, who drives in. Shovels up a running shot from just inside the left elbow. Shot is no good. Kirby clears the rebound. And MFL MarMac here drops back defensively. Brisky, they spread out, drives it right side. She loses the basketball. Driscoll saves it on the floor, then tried to throw it back to someone, and the ball deflected out of bounds by Edco. Driscoll knew she was in trouble, and the Bulldogs will take the possession with 22 seconds to go.
And the shot clock's off here, so this could be our last possession for the Bulldogs.
It will be Fritz walking it into the offensive end, and I think MFL MarMac is hoping that is the case as Wickner holds the ball just near the center court circle. Left side to Fritz, 10 seconds to go. Fritz brings it left side in the lane to Shaw, triple team, kicks it back left side to Fritz. Fritz drives in from the right elbow, goes inside, and it's intercepted by Brisky, who throws it three-quarters court, but it's well off the mark, and the first half comes to an end. Been tight throughout. MFL MarMac leads Edco 26-25 at the half. When we return, first half stats, you're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
As you're bringing in the harvest this fall, remember to watch for overhead power lines.
A safety tip from Iowa's electric cooperatives.
If you snag a power line, remain inside your vehicle and if possible, back away from the hazard. If your equipment catches fire, jump clear and avoid vehicle and ground contact. Call 911 and your local electric company immediately. And train your crew on these risks and procedures too.
Iowa's electric cooperatives want you to be safe and productive this fall.
Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Ann Cruz, Attorney at Law, Great River Care Center and Turner Point Assisted Living, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Northeast Iowa Sub Drains in Strawberry Point, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, and by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. Welcome back once again to Monona, 26-25. MFL MarMac leads once again Edco. Let's update you on scores. Maquoketa Valley leads Clayton Ridge at the half. Score of that ball game is 38-9. Now Central leads at the half. Score there, by the way, is 38-9. The Clayton Ridge score is actually 38-11.
Yep.
Maquoketa Valley leads 38-11. It is Central leading Starmont 28-9, and Tripola leads Postville at the half now, 37-21. Halftime score of that ball game. 1 point lead for the Bulldogs. Let's go through the individual totals, starting with MFL MarMac.
The Bulldogs are led by Emmy Wickner. She's got 15 points. Casey Pica with 6 points. Autumn Shaw with 5, so there's their 26 points. They shot 40% overall in that first half. They were 0 for 3 behind the arc, but 10 of 22 from the field otherwise. And they were 6 of 10 from the free throw line for 60% above their average, and they ended up with 14 turnovers. For the Vikings, balanced scoring all the way up and down. Lily Brisky was 6, Rachel Eggleseder was 6, Ellie Kirby with 5, McKenna Hofer with 5, Alyssa Meyer with 2, and Addie Schmelzer with that 1 free throw, so 25 points for the Vikings. They shot 35% overall, but better behind the arc, 3 of 9 for 33%, only 5 of 14 inside that three-point line, and they were also 6 of 10, so 60% from the free throw line and 13 turnovers.
Yeah, so we spent a lot of time in the bonus the second quarter, but neither team really able to take advantage. They got to the line, and they both make the same amount there. It was a better played second quarter as far as turnover-wise, though both those teams want to cut those down.
Yeah, they about 6-7 a quarter. They'd love to cut that down to a few less. We know MFL MarMac, a lot of pressure, and Edco put a little pressure on too, so you're going to have a few more turnovers, but yeah, both of those teams want to cut down on those.
And I think we'll see more of that pressure in the second half as MFL MarMac, a back-and-forth first half, 26-5, Bulldogs lead here at the half. When we return, we'll talk about our boys game coming up a little bit later on, and we'll have second half action. You're listening to girls basketball on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader, or call 563-245-2366 today.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi, The Market, a division of Kendrick Inc., Pat's Electric of McGregor, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton Cunny Recycling of Monona, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. At the half, MFL MarMac leads 26-25, about a minute and a half away. Neither team, by the way, back on the court to get ready for the second half. Bulldogs lead by 1. Another update, Maquoketa Valley leads Clayton Ridge 59-18 at the end of 3. We've got a boys game coming up a little bit later on tonight. MFL MarMac won that game last year in a hard-fought ball game with several of those kids back.
Yeah, I think, you look at those two teams, and they've got different personnel but very similar styles, so it's curious to see what kind of game plan Coach Olin, Coach Detbarn have for the other team in this non-conference action.
MFL MarMac is off to a great start, 3-0, and for Edco, this is the challenging part of their schedule. North Lynn Friday nights, and then, of course, tonight, having MFL MarMac, they play Central City, but later on this week, they will take on East Buchanan as well.
Yeah, they get East Buchanan, then eventually Central in another non-conference game. But, they started out Prince of Peace, North Lynn. They did not have an easy road to kind of get things started.
So they are looking for their first win of the season. MFL MarMac trying to run to 4-0, and they have 3 impressive wins so far to start the season, and they've really done it with their athleticism and defense. So that'll be coming up a little bit later on tonight. Let's talk about the second half of this girls' game, and this is what we expected, hard-fought game.
Well, both teams must think they're shooting pretty well because neither team took a shot or a warm-up or anything. They're just on the benches talking about second half. I think if you're the Bulldogs, you continue with the pressure, but you got to adjust and stop reaching, and you got to move your feet, play straight up, let the offense throw the ball away. And if you're Edco, you got to get it into the front court and run an offense. I think when you've been able to run an offense, get the ball inside, kick it out, you've seen some positives.
Kishman has 3 fouls along with Ruff for MFL MarMac, and several other players have 2 fouls. MFL MarMac will start the second half with Wickner along with Pika, Driscoll, as well as Kishman and Shaw. And it looks like they may start out 2-3 zone here with their foul concerns.
Yeah, they're going to change things up a little bit here on their looks.
All right, for Edco, Ava Hofer, McKenna Hofer. McKenna inbounds it to Ava. Eccleseder out there, Kirby, as well as Brisky. For Edco, expect to get more touches to Brisky in the lane. Back over left side, Eccleseder to Hofer. Hofer with it now and knocked to the floor by Kishman, but bumped. Left side, here's Eccleseder. Left side for 3, wedged it short between the rim and backboard, and the rebound pulled down by Kishman. We saw MFL MarMac able to converge in the post the other night in the ballgame against Clayton Ridge. Driscoll, step back 15-footer, leaves it long off the side of the rim. Kishman saves the rebound back to Driscoll. She ends up on the floor. Good hustle there. Wickner drives in, takes an off-balance 8-foot runner, no good. Kishman, another rebound. Her putback off the left side of the rim, it is no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Edco. And back in the offensive end, Ava Hofer, knocked away by Pika. Loose ball picked up by Shaw. Edco turns it over there in transition.
Yeah, just not able to get a handle on that, and Ava Hofer ends up giving it up, and Bulldogs going to reset here. Had a couple good looks, but not able to get any points that first time.
And
down.
Edco is 1-3-1 now defensively, as Wickner tried to go right side and overshot the wing area, looking to go to Driscoll, and MFL MarMac, a soft pass turnover there.
Well, and that ball ended up in the hands of Coach Bugenhagen, and that's not where you want your turnover to end up.
We always say it's one thing to make a turnover. It's another thing to make it right in front of your head coach, let alone have it finished in his hands. 3-pointer, deep left corner for Kirby, no good. Rattled in and out on her, and the rebound pulled down by Driscoll. Nice open look for Kirby. And back in the offensive end is Wickner. 90 seconds into our third quarter. Wickner left side to Casey Pika. Open, left wing, fires up the 3. That popped in and out, no good. Shaw the offensive rebound. And Shaw brings it on the floor in a reach-in foul committed by Edco. So Shaw double-teamed in the lane, nearly triple-teamed, but bailed out by contact off the left side as she brought that ball down.
Yeah, neither of these teams shooting lights out as three-point shooters, but continuing to hoist that 3 ball, trying to get back into this ball game.
Second foul, by the way, on Gifford. Inbounds Wickner, catches it, deep right corner for 3. Shot no good. Ball goes in and out of the hands of Kishman. It's picked up by Boriski, who tries to go to Ava Hofer. That ball is knocked away by MFL MarMac, getting back defensively, but it will go out of bounds along the baseline, and it goes back to Edco.
Yeah, that might be a foul concern. Hopefully Ellie Kirby plays a little hands off here because she's got 2. They don't need her in foul trouble either.
And again, she's got the kind of experience you expect her to do just that. Kirby back right side. Eccleseder open on the inbounds. Right corner for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Shot is no good. Shaw cleared the rebound. Hofer tried to jump over top, and she's called for over the back. That's the second whistle against Edco.
Yeah, that's what you don't want to get into is another foul shooting contest because that just slows the game down and gets you out of your flow.
1-3-1 for Edco, and it will be Ava Hofer playing the top of that, and Ellie Kirby plays underneath. So left side, Pika, baseline to Shaw. Shaw in the lane to Kishman, who drives right side. Needs a little help, swings it on over to Wickner. Wickner back over right side to Driscoll on the block. Back in the corner to Wickner. She traveled with the basketball. Got it in the right corner, wanted to drive baseline, moved the feet before moving the ball, and that's a walk.
Well, and that was a good offensive set, I thought, for the Bulldogs. They went inside, they kicked out, they drove, they looked for that shot, but just picked up the feet before the ball there on that last drive.
And across the timeline, Ava Hofer Left side to Eckelceder. Eckelceder back out on top to Ava Hofer. And Eckelceder on the left wing. On top, right side to McKenna Hofer. She's going to fire up a three on the right wing. Got it to go down from the right side. And Edco scores our first points of the third quarter. They lead 28-26. Back offensively, Wickner. Wickner to Pika. And Pika in the lane, baseline now to Shaw. Shaw back over to Pika. Pika brings it right side to Wickner, who drives right side. Nice wraparound pass to Shaw. Hofer got back defensively, but late jumping the passing lane, made contact with Shaw. Third whistle against the Vikings here in the third.
And it's interesting to see what the Bulldogs are doing. They're going short corner with their post and then trying to go low post, high post to Kishman, and then she's got the ability to look the whole court.
Third foul, by the way, on McKenna Hofer, who stays in the game for now. Meanwhile, Wickner drives in, uses the left hand on the drive, but left it short. And an athletic move to get to the basket. Just did not get that enough flick underneath it. And back in the offensive end is Edco. We scored 3 points in this quarter. And it is Edco with MFL MarMac not scoring the first 3 minutes. Hofer right side for three. Got it again. Hofer back-to-back threes. And the Vikings go up 31-26.
It's a big couple of buckets there for McKenna Holford, and that's why she's still on the court, because she's knocked down a couple of shots.
And they try to go to Kishman. The ball knocked away by Hofer, but tracked back down by Kishman for MFL MarMac. Back over to Wickner. Wickner at the elbow, double dribbled with the basketball. Little indecision if she was going to drive or if she was going to go right side, and ends up turnover for MFL MarMac.
And it almost looked like she wanted to go one hand with that pass, but then she put the other hand to kind of corral it back in and went to the dribble. That's going to be a double dribble.
And back across the timeline, walking it into the offensive end is Ava Hofer. Coming out to defend is Casey Pika. MFL MarMac, by the way, back to girl defense now. Hofer to Kirby. Kirby there when they're 1-4 set. Boriski gets it middle of the lane, falling down, takes an off-balance 8-footer, middle of the lane, swinging to the left side. The shot is no good. Back offensively, Casey Pika, who drives in, finds herself free from the left side, uses the right hand just off the left block. 31-28, first points of this third quarter for MFL MarMac, and here's some pressure by the Bulldogs. Back offensively, Kishman guarding Ava Hofer. Left side, Eckelceder for three off the back of the rim. High arcing free throw knocked out of there into the hands of Kishman. Halfway through our third quarter. Pika back in the offensive end. She's got a lane to the basket. Crossover dribble, tries a little hook shot, no good. Shaw the offensive rebound, but leaves it short, and the rebound goes over her head into Whitman. So back into the offensive end is Edco. Shaw with an offensive putback that just came up short. Boriski back out on top offensively. Been a better played third quarter for both these teams foul-wise. Eckelceder in the lane trying to go to Kirby, and as I say that, Kirby did a great job sealing Wickner behind her, and Wickner reached in from behind.
Well, we had a post with the ball up top. They brought the other post up to the high post, and that was the entry pass which brought all the defense, and Ellie Kirby just sealed Wickner. And that's going to be Wickner's third foul, but did a great job of coming back to the ball.
Wickner will stay in the game as Shaw and Driscoll check out. Ruff into the game. Also in there as well is going to be number 14, and that once again is going to be Ashton Dundee for MFL MarMac. So Bulldogs with the basketball. Ava Hofer, left side to Eckelceder, in the lane trying to go to Kirby. Her post-up shot over Wickner, rolls around, got it to go down. They've got a strength advantage down low there, and Kirby establishing herself in the paint. 33-28, Edco leads by 5. 3 minutes to go in our third quarter. Kishman at the high post, right side to Ruff, drives baseline, little 8-foot runner, 1-foot runner from the right side, took it off the left foot, makes the basket. Little flow to this game. 3-point lead for the Vikings.
And a little full court pressure here. They're just kind of going girl to girl, matching up, forcing the Vikings to slow down a little bit.
And Ava Hofer gets it ahead, intercepted by Ruff, ahead to Wickner, who drives in, left-handed layup up and in. Steal leads to a basket, and just like that, Bulldogs back within 1.
Yeah, that pressure's given Edco some fits here, and Brisky just needs to bring the ball up the court.
And not reaching. Brisky in the backcourt. Back over to Eckelceder. Edco beats the pressure, trying to go in the lane to Kirby, deflected out of there, picked up by Wickner for MFL MarMac. Kishman back into the offensive end. Left side to Casey Pika. Traveled with the basketball, moved the feet before moving the ball. I think that's 5 times we've seen that tonight on both teams.
Too much. It's been too much on both ends for these teams. They need to learn to get that ball to the ground. They want to give that ball fake, but then you got to get the ball to the ground before you move those
Ava
feet.
Hofer checks out. McKenna Hofer back in for Edco. Backcourt area. She'll walk it into the offensive end now here for the Vikings. And Boriski. Boriski near the volleyball line to get them into their offense, who's now guarded by Ruff. Again with Wickner with those 3 fouls. In the lane, it is Kirby, triple team, back over to Hofer. Right side for another 3 off the back of the rim. Shot is no good. Rebound picked out of there by Pika. MFL MarMac back into the offensive end. Pika to Ruff, and a good job by Edco getting back defensively. Left side to Wickner, in the lane to Dundee. Tries to muscle her way, uses her left hand, cupped in and out, no good. Kishman gets the rebound and brings it right back out on top. MFL MarMac. Outstanding job on the offensive glass this third quarter.
Yeah, Kishman's been all over the place after the glass after having to sit most of that second quarter.
Ruff against the zone, back out in the lane. They try to go to Dundee as Wickner tried to bounce pass, but intercepted by Whitman out of the 1-3-1. 90 seconds left in our third quarter. Hofer across the timeline, right side to Eckelceder, in the lane Kirby. She's got post-up position, drives by her defender, but leaves the shot off the back of the rim. Whitman saves the rebound underneath the basket, back out on top to Brisky, and Brisky bumped into by Ruff. And again, that's the 4th foul now on Ruff.
And that's just a closeout. Ruff's trying to close out, force some ball pressure, but she puts her hands out as she's going, makes contact with both hands, and displaces that girl a little bit. They're going to call that every time.
So that's the first major foul concern for both these teams, is Ruff with her 4th foul. Brisky at the elbow, knocked away. The ball picked up there by Ruff. Here's a fast break, uncontested for MFL MarMac, and Ruff scores the layup. 34-33. Bulldogs a 6-0 run. They retake the lead with a minute to go in the third.
Yeah, both these teams with many runs here trying to get themselves a little bit of a lead, and Vikings going to go inside.
Kirby to Brisky. Brisky drives in the shot. It is up. It is in. Foul, count the basket. And really one of the first good looks Brisky has had inside much of this night puts the Vikings back in the lead.
Yeah, still a very athletic move there by Lily Brisky trying to get that shot up, but able to get that point-blank shot in, get the basket, get the foul, a free throw shot.
And this is a chance for a 3-point opportunity to try to give Edco the 2-point lead. Free throw on its way there. Brisky makes the free throw there, completes the 3-point play, and it's 36-34. Vikings go back up by 2. We've had a number of lead changes. Biggest lead of the night was MFL MarMac at 7-0, but Edco led by 6 at 17-11 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, left side, Wickner over to Casey Pika. At the elbow to Ruff, middle of the lane, swings it left side to Wickner. She drives baseline, little 1-foot runner, 8 feet away, banked it out long, but there's Kishman tracking down the rebound, saving it over to Pika. Pika baseline to Wickner. Wickner drives between 2 defenders, but that shot altered by Kirby. It ends up from the baseline going in front of the basket, missed the rim. Rebound by Edco. We're down to 20 seconds left in our third quarter. Backcourt area, it is Kirby. Kirby to Brisky at the high post. Brisky wants to drive in. The ball taken away by Pika. Pika digging down defensively. Pika back over to Wickner. She drives by, bumped into by Hofer, who tried to draw the charge. Shot no good, but Wickner to the free throw line for 2. 8 seconds to go here in the third.
Yeah, MFL MarMac, nice job getting out, getting the ball up to a guard, and Wickner just attacking the basket like she's done all season long, and gets the contact out of McKenna Hofert. That's going to be McKenna Hofert's 4th foul as well.
So that's the first foul concern for Edco. Wickner's free throw, it is no good. She'll try to bring the Bulldogs back within 1. Another score, Central leads Starmont 47-10 as that game enters the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Eva Hofer has checked back into the ball game, and McKenna Hofer, with those 4 fouls, checks out. Free throw being eyed there by Wickner. Second free throw on its way, and that free throw rattles around, got it to stay down. 36-35. And light pressure by MFL MarMac. Inbounds to Ava Hofer. Back over to Kirby. Sideline to Brisky on the left block. Drives in and off balance. 8-foot shot. No good, but fouled. A tough shot off the left side that the Bulldogs contest. And Brisky fouled as they ran that sideline break.
Yeah, she finds a way to get elevated and attack that basket. And that was going to be a tough shot either way, but to foul her on the way up, that's going to go against Evelyn Fritz. That's going to be her first foul.
And she just checked in during that break. Free throw by Brisky. It is good. Edco leads 37-35. And both teams finished this quarter with 4 fouls, so it's been better played in that regard. Second free throw being eyed by Brisky. Brisky's free throw on its way, and that free throw is off the mark. It is off the left side. Rebound by Dundee, and that's how the third quarter comes to an end. Edco trailed by 1 at the half. They lead by 2 going to the fourth. 37-35, Vikings on front. Let's take this time out.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Kanakor Floor Covering in Monona, Volwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, Garden View Place in Monona, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, The Edgewood Reminder, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture and Window Treatments, and by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. Edco outscoring MFL MarMac in that second quarter as Edco puts up 12 points in the quarter and MFL MarMac ends up with 9. So it's 37-35 Edco in the lead. What do we have for shooting in that third quarter?
The Vikings were 4 of 7, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. For the Bulldogs, they were 4 of 15, only 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
So it will be MFL MarMac's basketball as we start the fourth. Driscoll, also out there Wickner, Evelyn Fritz. You also have out there Shaw and Dundee to start the fourth quarter against Edco's 1-3-1. Fritz left side intercepted by Eccleseder. Tough pass to make from wing to wing. Intercepted by the Vikings. Kirby, Eccleseder, McKenna-Hofer out there along with Boriski and Whitman to start the fourth quarter. Kirby has it, stops the dribble, free throw line, goes to Boriski, who drives in, immediately triple team, back over to Hofer on the wing. Baseline to Whitman, Whitman on top to Kirby. Kirby, they're really looking for Kirby and Boriski. Left side, Eccleseder open, left side for 3, it's off the back of the rim. Shot is no good, about a step behind the arc from the left wing. Wickner gets the rebound. Back over to Driscoll. Driscoll, left side, fires up the 3, banks it long. Rebound picked up at the free throw line, bounced right to McKenna-Hofer for the Vikings. So we start the fourth quarter here in a tight ball game. Vikings with the lead. Eccleseder drives in, stops outside the lane, back over to Hofer. Back in the lane to Boriski on the right block. Her shot over Driscoll leaves it short. Good straight-up defense by Driscoll, and the rebound pulled down by Dundee for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Boriski's a handful in there because she's very quick, she's very active, but doing a nice job of muscling her up and making those shots tough.
Wickner, high post area to Driscoll, covered at the elbow, so feeds it back to Wickner. Left side, Evelyn Fritz, traveled with the basketball. Got it on the left wing and moved the feet before moving the ball, and the turnover gives it back to the Vikings. Let's talk turnover-wise there. It seemed like it was a little better.
It was okay. The Bulldogs had 5 in the third. They're up to 19 for the game. The Vikings had 5. They're up to 18 for the game.
So they've pretty much canceled each other out turnover-wise there. But better in that regard since the early start of the ball game.
It still doesn't make for pretty basketball.
Kirby at the right side baseline goes to Eccleseder, 15-footer, left it short, hit the side of the rim from the right baseline. MFL MarMac clears the rebound. Wickner, who has played a lot of minutes with 3 fouls, has done a good job not picking up foul number 4. Ruff left wide open, going to fire up the 3 off the side of the rim. Shot no good, short on it. Hofer got the rebound, and Ruff reaches in and forces a jump ball, which is a break because that would have been foul number 5.
Yeah, that would have been her 5th. So luckily she got ball and not arm on that one.
Kishman comes back in. Dundee checks out, and Kishman has had to sit on the bench the first half with 3 fouls, but she has not picked up number 4.
Yeah, she played much better in that third quarter, very aggressive in there with those 3 fouls.
Some pressure by MFL MarMac, 1-2-2 pressure. Kirby beats it, the ball, crossover dribble. It's knocked away by Kishman. Bulldogs with a steal ahead to Wickner, who drives in, misses the layup from the right side. Rebound knocked by Driscoll out of bounds off the right side as she came crashing in, and MFL MarMac denied a fast break opportunity. 6 minutes even left here in the fourth.
Yeah, both of these teams missing out on good opportunities because they're getting looks, they're getting paths to the basket, just not able to compromise on that.
Left side into the offensive end. It is, again, Kirby. Kirby with it, has to stop the dribble, and Eccleseder comes over to help out. Bulldogs again playing girl-to-girl defense in the lane. Give and go to Eccleseder, fouled on a nice entry pass from Hofer. So Eccleseder rolled to the basket from the right side and fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, gave that nice pass to the wing and just kind of floated down to the lane and got that give-and-go return pass. Goes up strong with it, just gets hacked pretty hard by Shaw there. She's going to have to earn him at the free throw line.
And that is our first whistle of the fourth quarter. Free throw by Eccleseder, it is good. You're talking free throw percentage. That's going to loom large likely in this fourth quarter in a tight ball game, but both teams similar-wise. MFL MarMac, 48% of the season. MFL MarMac at 51%. Eccleseder's second free throw off the back of the rim falls to the right. It is no good. And Kishman gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. So 1 of 2. It's about the stats for both these teams. 38-35, a 3-point lead for Edco. And Wickner, left side to Driscoll. Driscoll, Kishman, high post area. Backdoor, Ruff cuts through, but Boriski able to adjust, knocks the pass out of there, and we've got a tie-up. Kishman ends up on the floor, tied up with Whitman. It'll stay down here with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, lucky to get that ball back because that was kind of a floater pass, and Boriski being able to jump and being long-armed, was able to tip that thing, but Kishman able to pick that back up and to force the tie-up.
So Driscoll takes it off the right side of the basket and has to go back in on top there to get it inbounds to Wickner. Left side to Ruff, who drives in. Nice bounce pass over to Shaw, who gets the layup from the right side. Entry pass there by Ruff, and a nice bounce pass in the lane.
That was a great lead pass and a good finish by Shaw. Rattled around but falls.
38-37, Vikings lead trimmed to 1. Across the timeline, it is Kirby into the offensive end for Edco. Back out on top to McKenna Hofer. 5-minute mark of our fourth quarter. And Ellie Kirby gets the handoff from Hofer and brings it back out on top. Left side to Bariski, just off the left elbow. Bariski swings it right side to Eckelceder. Eckelceder cut off, baseline. Ellie Kirby open for three, got it from the right corner. Bulldogs here now down by 4 after the three-pointer by Kirby for the Vikings.
Big bucket by Kirby there to extend this lead, and MFL MarMac needs to get another bucket here.
And back offensively, Wickner left side to Ruff. Ruff on the left side area is going to bring it back right side to Wickner, who brings it middle of the lane. Wickner goes in, takes a little foot runner off the left foot, leaning in from 8 feet away. Hits that runner, and it's 41-39. Vikings lead trimmed to 2. Backcourt area, McKenna Hofer. Left side to Kirby. Kirby underneath to Whitman. Baseline, 10-foot shot, aired it out long. Ruff read it, grabbed it in the air, and the Bulldogs back offensively at the halfway point. Back over Driscoll. It stops, fires, baseline 12-footer off the side of the rim. It is no good. Kishman tracks down the rebound, put back, leaves it short. The rebound goes into the hands of Driscoll. Top of the key, Wickner, left side for 3. That shot is no good off the right. And Bariski clears the rebound off the right for Edgewood Colesburg. Bulldogs had some looks, but come up empty.
Yeah, 3 looks there and a couple of really good ones.
Eckelceder to Kirby, wide open at the elbow, 15-footer, banks it long. Whitman knocked the rebound away underneath, but they're going to say it was last touched by Kishman. It'll stay down here with Edgewood Colesburg. And now a timeout by MFL MarMac. 3:42 to go in the fourth. 2-point lead for Edco, 41-39. Let's take this break.
The winter high school sports season has begun, and the doctors...
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel.
The winter high school sports season has begun, and the doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage you to support your local high school basketball and wrestling teams. Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hofler of Family Dentistry wish all of our student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Call 539-4651. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Canuckle Floor Covering in Monona, Volwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, Garden View Place in Monona, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, The Edgewood Reminder, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture and Window Treatments, and by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. 3:42 to go here in our fourth quarter. Edco leads 41-39. Both teams in great shape timeout-wise. They each have 3, and the Vikings get the basketball off the right side to once again work on a 2-point advantage. Kirby trying to roll right side. Eckelceder goes weak side to Bariski. Her shot from just inside the left block. It is up and in. Nice inbounds play run out of that set by Edco.
And it's going to come down to possessions, defense, and knocking down free throws, and that was a great possession for Edco.
Ruff over top to Driscoll, loses the ball, and the pass over top, but knocked away by Edco off the right side of the basket. Bulldogs will take it there along the baseline off the right side.
We'll see if the Bulldogs have a set they can run here, try to get a bucket off this inbounds.
It'll be off the right side with Driscoll. Driscoll in the inbounds has to go back out on top, and it will be Wickner as the outlet. Back over to Ruff. Ruff back over right side, knocked away by Hofer. It is taken away by Hofer. Tough pass to make, and Edco creating some problems with the 1-3-1.
Yeah, that top girl is making those passes longer and allows the other girls to recover quickly.
Hofer, Kirby comes to help out, and Kirby goes underneath the basket in the lane to Bariski, who drives in right side, banks the shot long. Whitman the rebound, throws up the putback, banks it long off the rim, and Ruff gets the rebound underneath for MFL MarMac. Bulldogs denied a couple of opportunities defensively and with the block shots, but altered things. That's the big thing. Ruff left side in the corner to Shaw near the left corner, and Ruff goes back over to Wickner. Right side to Driscoll on the wing. Back out on top to Wickner. Left side to Ruff, who drives in. Tried to bounce it to Kishman, but Kishman did not roll back to the basket like Ruff was expecting her to do, and it ends up in the hands of Boriski.
Yeah, Kishman turned and sealed her girl, but didn't come back to the basket, thinking Ruff was going to take that to the rack.
And back offensively, it is Boriski. Goes left side, baseline to Whitman, misses the 8-foot baseline shot, and a nice recognition by Boriski, and that will put Whitman to the free throw line for 2. Foul on Wickner, which is her 4th now.
Yeah, I believe that's the 4th on Wickner, and she didn't think she made much contact, but Brisky really recognizing, I got double teamed. I've got a girl open. She's 8 feet from the hoop. Let's give her that 8-footer.
By the way, both teams have played so much better as far as foul-wise this second half. Free throw by Whitman. It is good, and it's 44-39. Edco leads by 5.
Yeah, the adjustments have been huge on both sides of the ball here. Not playing defense with your hands, moving your feet, not reaching, and boxing out clean.
By the way, this is Whitman's first free throw attempt of the season. So she made the first one. This is her second. Free throw, it's off the mark, missed it to the right side. Casey Pika just checked back into the ball game for Ruff. She gets the rebound. Back to Driscoll. Driscoll, right side, takes an off-balance 8-foot shot, throws it up there, but bodied on the drive in. Driscoll goes to the free throw line for 2 as she forced the action to the basket.
Yeah, and a lot of traffic there for Driscoll, able to navigate that, and knew she had been bumped, tried to get the shot up, not able to get it to fall, but she's going to get 2 free throws, and that's only going to be the second foul on Lily Boriski.
Couple of scores. Tripoli leads Postville at the end of 3, 47-27, as Driscoll makes the free throw, and a final. Edco, and rather Starmont and Central is a final 53-14. Central beats Edco girls tonight. That is our first final of the night. 2:15 to go, 2:17 to go actually. Driscoll makes the first free throw, and the second free throw now being eyed. Second free throw on its way. It is good, and it's 44-41, and another timeout taken by, once again, the Bulldogs. 2:17 to go, 3-point game. We'll go down the stretch. Let's take this break.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner, supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Just a 30-second timeout taken by MFL MarMac. They still have 2 timeouts. Edco has 3. 44-41. Edco in the lead. Biggest lead for either team this second half is 5. Biggest lead of the ball game, 7. That was by MFL MarMac earlier.
Yeah, this is going to come down to the wire. It's going to include free throws. It's going to include good possessions and a little full court pressure here for the Bulldogs.
And that's exactly why they took that timeout. And it is full court girl-to-girl pressure, by the way. And Edco does the smart thing. Get it into the experience, and Ellie Kirby clear out. Let her bring it into the offensive end. Kirby brings it left side as the Vikings get into their set as we approach the 2-minute mark. Echo Cedar, top of the key, guarded by Pika. And the Vikings being patient here on offense. Kirby, right side, back over to Whitman, and traveled with the basketball. Yeah, Whitman caught it on the wing and did the right thing. She was looking to make a pass, but kind of hesitated, and that caused her to slide the pivot foot.
Yeah, caught it kind of awkward and knew where she wanted to go, but that foot was out of position, drugged that, and a lost possession there for the Vikings. They got to do it defensively. Let's see if the Bulldogs can get something going offensively and get a bucket.
Shaw checks out. Ruff back into the game for the Bulldogs, down by 3. In the offensive end to Casey Pika. Loses it, but able to maintain the dribble. Over to Wickner. Left side to Ruff. Back out on top to Wickner. Baseline to Ruff. Ruff looking in the lane for Kishman. Nothing doing there, so has to go back out on top to Wickner. Baseline to Casey Pika. Drives underneath, wraps it over to Kishman. Her shot from off the left side, no good. Kishman knocks out the rebound, and Boriski clears it for Edco. Kishman got a good look downside.
Yeah, had a nice look inside and not able to get that to fall, and kind of frustrated by that.
And with 1:19 to go, it is now Edco taking a timeout. 44-41. Vikings try to close it out. They lead by 3. Let's take this break.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Edco leading 44-41 here. 1:19 to go in our fourth quarter. They've got a 3-point lead. So the Vikings take their third timeout in this ball game. And this is about being patient and maybe look for some backdoor cuts against MFL MarMac's girl-to-girl pressure.
Yeah, the girl-to-girl pressure is going to cause, overplaying some of those passing lanes. But right now, neither team in foul trouble, so they're going to have to get steals and play really good defense. I don't think they want to put anybody on the foul line, being that they're in foul trouble to begin with.
And especially with the shot clock, it's at 25 seconds, and you've got a 3-point lead for Edco. Inbounds to Kirby. Kirby in the offensive end by the Bulldog logo, brings it back out on top to Brisky, and an offensive foul as Kirby runs into Driscoll. They both end up on the floor. So a pick sent there. She ran right through it. Second whistle on Edco, and that gives the Bulldogs possession.
And I think that was just a clumsiness there because she handed the ball off to Brisky, was trying to go the other way and got tangled up with Driscoll and took her to the ground. That's going to be a foul against Kirby.
Happened right at middle court there, center court, right in front of us. The official right there. Right side to Pika, 1 minute left here in the fourth. Pika on top to Ruff. Ruff in the lane to Kishman on the left block. Swings it back over to Wickner on the baseline. Wickner, left side, wants to drive baseline. She will, pulls up, 6-foot runner. It is long. Kishman gets the rebound, saves it to Driscoll. Driscoll drives in, uses the left hand, and the shot rolls off the back of the rim and rolls through. 44 seconds to go. It's a 1-point ball game. So Driscoll with a nice drive. Kirby back over to Boriski. The play clock here is about a 2-second differential, and wisely, Edco's going to take a timeout. They only had about 2 seconds to get it into the backcourt, and they were only about a halfway up to get it across the timeline. 34 seconds to go. Timeout. Back with the finish after this.
Edgewood Auto and Towing is an automotive repair shop, tire dealer, and 24/7 towing service. They have a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going either on your farm or on the road. We offer full service work on all autos and semis. Check out our current rebates by calling 563-928-7333 or stopping in to Edgewood Auto and Towing for complete terms and conditions. Edgewood Auto and Towing in Edgewood.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
So a good timeout taken by Edco. They were close to a 10-second violation. It's 44-43, Edco in the lead. 34.6 seconds to go. The shot clock is at 26. And if you're MFL MarMac and Edco, you've only committed 2 fouls, but for MFL MarMac in particular, be aggressive. Inbounds pass, they throw it the length of the court to Boriski. It's knocked away by Kishman, who saves it back to Driscoll. And Driscoll traveled with the basketball as she pulled it away from Kirby. Wait a minute. The other official says there's a timeout. So Bugenhagen, Coach Bugenhagen for MFL MarMac, raced to near center court to call that timeout, and he got it. The ball will go back to the Bulldogs. We talked about a good timeout taken by Coach Putz, and Coach Bugenhagen there showing some athleticism, getting to that official.
Well, and you talk about aggressiveness. They decided to try to make that long throw. Brisky coming off the top of that stack play, and aggressive play, but good hustle by Ava Kishman, able to get a hand on that, and Driscoll goes to the ground. And that's when Coach Bugenhagen came up and called that timeout, because the next thing Emma Driscoll did is she rolled over. And that was going to be a travel. That was going to be a turnover and give the ball back to the Vikings.
And what Driscoll was doing is just trying to get away from her defender there, and she tried to maintain the possession of the ball. And our official along the baseline, he was on top of it there, but so was our official at center court, and they did a great job communicating there on that call.
Absolutely. The official at midcourt said, I had the timeout before we had the girl roll over, so they give the timeout to the Bulldogs. So they've got possession in the backcourt. We've got the shot clock off with 29.8 seconds left to play.
If you're the Bulldogs, you're going to take your first good look, but again, they're going to start to look down low. But I think if you can get Wickner or Ruff on a drive, that's been really successful tonight.
Yeah, if Wickner can get a drive, or if she can't, if they overplay the guards, then Kishman's been posting up really hard, and they've worked that high-low post so well. I'd like to see Kishman maybe at that high post and Shaw down low.
And Shaw is back into the ball game for Ruff, so they are certainly going to look down low. And Edco will fall back to half-court 1-3-1. Thought maybe we'd see some token pressure, but they're going to fall back, and they've played 1-3-1 primarily this entire second half. Wickner across the timeline, brings it right side. Hofer rolls with her in the corner to Driscoll. 20 seconds left, and the ball traveling is the call as Brisky took the ball away. Driscoll called for traveling, and the Vikings create a turnover. And now with only 2 fouls, MFL MarMac is really going to have to get after it defensively.
Yeah, MFL MarMac's going to have to go for steals and go for fouls and, just try to get something to happen
And
here.
by the way, a timeout taken by Edco. We'll keep it right here with 19 seconds to go. That is their final timeout. If you're Edco, the inbounds play only goes to Kirby or Brisky, your 2 experienced players.
Absolutely, and you got to run some kind of double screen for them or 2 screens where they both come off hard, screen for each other, but I think you need to get the ball in their hands. But expect MFL MarMac to overplay everything, going for steals, and they're going to foul right away and try to get this ball back, maybe get a call, maybe get a turnover, something, but they're going to have to play over-aggressive.
Yeah, you go for the steal right away there, but with 2 fouls, you're going to try to commit some fouls. But if you can force a turnover, that would be the great thing for MFL MarMac. So that's why I think Edco looks to the experienced players here. They're out of timeouts. MFL MarMac still has a timeout to use. So with 19 seconds to go, it's the type of ball game we expected down to the final minute.
Yeah, it's been close, nip and tuck all the way along here. And Edco right now, has the most recent lead, but they're holding on by 1 here. The Bulldogs, they got to turn up the defense here, try to cause that turnover.
So timeout taken by Edco. They'll take the ball, I believe, along the baseline.
It's on the side. I think it's right in front of MFL MarMac's bench.
The end of the bench is where it's going to be. Near the right corner is where the ball is going to be taken out of bounds. Ruff has checked back in for MFL MarMac, and this has to do here with what they want defensively. And it will be Eckelceder taking it out of bounds near the far sideline corner for Edco with 19 seconds to go. So the Vikings will line up here and try to get it inbounds here. And they throw it long, looking for Kirby. She's overshot. The ball is picked up there by Ruff. It is a turnover. Same play they ran earlier, and they're back in the offensive end is a timeout by MFL MarMac before they get into the offensive end. With 13.5 seconds to go, Edco went for the home run. And they had Kirby and Brisky both going deep, but the pass overshot, and MFL MarMac with Ruff speed, they wrap it up.
Yeah, Samantha Ruff able to outrun that pass, and I like the aggressiveness out of Edco trying to take advantage of MFL MarMac overplaying things, but that ball pushed out just a little too far, and Samantha Ruff able to get it. But I'm surprised they didn't try to get it to half court to draw up a play, so they're going to have to start from the back court, the baseline, go the length of the court. They got 13.5 seconds. It slows some things down a little bit as far as what you can do.
And now for MFL MarMac, let's talk about what they want to do with 13.5 seconds to go in this ball game. And it's the same thing we said when there was 30 seconds to go here. You've got time to run your offense and get the ball in the lane if you can.
You do, and I expect they're going to try to get the ball to Wickner so she can go the length of the court, use her quickness, but Ruff can do the same thing. And I think both of them have to go to the hoop right away. I'm curious if Edco's going to come out and put some token pressure to slow them down, or if they're going to try to pick them up at half court with that 1-3-1.
All right, MFL MarMac did not get the ball to half court by the time the timeout was called. They immediately called timeout after getting the steal. So MFL MarMac will have to go the length of the court. Driscoll was just about to the logo there when the officials had stopped play, but actually the whistle had blown a little bit before that. Edco will come out here, and they are going to pick up MFL MarMac full court. And this will be girl-to-girl defense. Both teams are out of timeouts, by the way. Wickner will take it out of bounds for the Bulldogs. 13.5 seconds to go. Wickner in the backcourt. Inbounds right side to Casey Pika. Pika in the backcourt and is called for double dribbling with the basketball. Double dribbled the basketball with 11 seconds to go, and the Bulldogs turn it over.
Yeah, both these teams exchanging turnovers. So, again, same scenario here. 11 seconds. The Bulldogs got to overplay, try to get a steal, try to get a turnover, a run out if they can. And I think now you're the point you just need to attack if you get that steal.
Edco will take it inbounds in front of their own bench, and Hofer, problems getting it inbounds, gets it into Kirby, and Kirby fouled with 9.9 seconds to go. So, we mentioned Edco wants to get the ball to Brisky or Kirby, but they're just trying to get the ball inbounds now. They can't afford another turnover.
Right now you got to get inbounds, and you can see Samantha Ruff's going to check back in for Shaw. And I don't know if this is an offense-defense, but they're going to use the quickness of Samantha Ruff.
So Hofer takes it inbounds again and tries to throw it on top. Brisky tracks it down. Dribbling away is fouled by Driscoll with 7.4 seconds to go. Heady decision by Brisky to dribble away from traffic. We'll go to the other near sideline now and take it out of bounds. The next foul puts Edco to the free throw line.
And if you're the Bulldogs, you still play over-aggressive, try to get a tip out, try to get a turnover, but then you foul right away.
Hofer inbounds to Brisky through her legs. The ball goes into the backcourt, saved into the hands of Kishman. Kishman is fouled with 2.7 seconds to go, and it's not a terrible foul because it's only the third on Edco, and MFL MarMac had a fast break opportunity.
Yeah, it takes away the fast break, so it's going to force MFL MarMac to take it here on the side, and I don't know what they're going to do here. If we've got, is that the fifth foul on McKenna Hofer?
Yeah.
It is. That's the fifth.
So Hofer's going to foul out, but really not a terrible foul because MFL MarMac had numbers as that ball was stolen in the backcourt. Edco problems getting it inbounds.
Yeah, not able to get that in, and nice pressure by Driscoll to force the action a little bit, and then that ball just trickled away, and a good foul by McKenna Hofer. I know she's out of the ball game, but that's a good foul because now you force the Bulldogs to take it out of bounds, get it in play, and get a good look.
Ava Hofer checks in. McKenna Hofer checks out. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs have 2.7 seconds to go, and they will take out Casey Pika, and it will be Ruff taking it out of bounds near side. So expect the Bulldogs to try to get the ball into the hands of Wickner. Ruff goes right side, back over here, inbounds to Wickner. Wickner takes a three. She stepped into it and traveled with the basketball, though. She missed the three anyway, banked it long, but traveled into the shot. And MFL MarMac, that's what they were looking to get the ball into the hands of Wickner, but she had to come all the way across the court to get it.
Yeah, she had to come all the way, and she's coming the wrong side. She's coming towards her left, so she's got to catch it, get her feet squared up, and that shuffle of the feet is what caused that ball to be off and to cause the turnover.
And it will be Enkelceder to take it inbounds, and that's all Edco has to do is get it inbounds. They throw it, overshoot Boriski, but she's able to track down the basketball, and the game comes to an end. Well, it wasn't pretty finish, but Edco finds a way to get it done. They defeat MFL MarMac in a hotly contested ball game by a final score of 44-43. With the win, Edco is 2-2. They are 1-2 in the Tri-Rivers. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, they dropped to 2-3. And of course, this is a non-conference game. They are 2-1 in the conference. A quick break, game stats, and our Chalk Talk for the boys game coming up. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Robertson.
Bulldog Eagle Basketball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Edco girls win it 44-43. We turn things over to Coach Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals, and let's start first off for Edco.
For Edco, they were led by Lily Brisky with 12 points, McKenna Hofert with 11 points, 10 points for Ellie Kirby, 7 points for Rachel Eggleseder, 2 points for Alyssa Meyer, 1 point for Kendall Whitman, and 1 point for Addie Schmelzer. 44 points tonight. They were 14 of 43.
All right, then let's go to the totals now for, once again, MFL MarMac.
The Bulldogs were led by Emmy Wickner with 20 points, 8 points for Casey Pika, 7 points for Autumn Shaw, 4 points for Samantha Ruff, and 4 points for Emma Driscoll. So they had 43 points on the night.
44-43, that's your final score of the girls' game. We'll take a break. Chalk Talk for the boys' game next. Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Buchenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
It's time now for the Viking Bulldog boys game. The Edco boys split 2 games a week ago, including a loss to a solid North Lynn team. The Vikings battled the Bulldogs tough a season ago. They look for a non-conference win tonight. For MFL MarMac, an impressive 3-0 record last week. This team looks to keep their rank as one of the best teams in the area. They look for 4 in a row tonight. It's game number 2 now with Edgewood, Colesburg, and MFL MarMac. The Chalk Talk for the boys game coming up next on KCTN FM 100.
Are you wanting to eat better, feel better, get your weight or other numbers under control, and need someone to hold you accountable? This is Brandy Strube, registered dietitian with Veterans Memorial Hospital. I welcome consultations with patients of all ages and look forward to helping you meet your nutritional goals. Please call the hospital to set up an appointment or ask your doctor for a referral at your next visit.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
We begin the Chalk Talk for our boys game. We're joined by Edco boys basketball coach Justin Olin. Coach, your team dropping a decision to North Lynn Friday night, 84-48. Tell me about that game.
Well, as you know, I think North Lynn's ranked number 2 in the state at this point in time, and there's good reason for them to still be there. They're pretty solid. But I really thought our guys did a nice job of. We had a good game plan. We were executing it very well early on, and then we got into some foul trouble, just kind of got behind their pace a little bit and got in a little bit of trouble, and then they separated in the first half on us. But second half, we made some adjustments and came out, and I was really happy with the amount of fight that my guys showed. Really came out, really played hard, did a nice job of not giving in where maybe previous years we would have and stuff. So I was really happy with that. North Lynn's a heck of a good ball team. We gave up 46 to Mason Beshen, who is he was the best player in the state last year at the state tournament. So he hasn't regressed any. So he's real solid, and their team's just solid. And it was a great game for us in the fact that we know we can compete. We just got to clean up some mistakes and do a few little things better. So overall, I was really happy with the guys and how, for the most part, how that game went. Obviously, don't like to lose, but there were some good things we can take away from it.
All right, let's go through starting lineup for your team tonight.
Yeah, so tonight we'll be starting Price Rochford, Christopher Lang, and Jack Steger at my guards. And then at my forward, I'm going to start Kyler Cole. And at my center position, I'm going to start Will Wiskus.
Some of the kids off the bench for you then.
Yeah, we're a lot deeper this year. I got McCoy Oland. I got Bryce Stainerd, Carter Batten, Landon Campbell, Cale Helmerich, Gene Miller. They can all come in just depending on how things are going and what we need and give us good minutes.
All right, turning our attention to MFL MarMac, what do you know about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, they're going to want to play up tempo, fast pace. So should be a fun game tonight. Hopefully there's lots of scoring as long as we can put the ball in the hole. They're going to be physical. They're going to get after us. We know we got to take care of the ball, not give them free transition points, make them have to score in the half court. They're going to look to use their size around the rim, so we're going to have to do a nice job of trying to somewhat nullify that, and we're going to have to rebound well and push the tempo at them and see if we can't get them in trouble. I think we're a little deeper than they are, So if we can get them a little bit in the foul trouble, I think we can have a good advantage tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Hey, I sure appreciate it, Dan. Thanks.
You betcha. Edco basketball coach Justin Olin on his Viking program. The Chalk Talk continues after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Continuing the Chalk Talk for our boys game, we're joined by MFL MarMac boys basketball coach Eric Detbarn. Coach, your team improving to 3-0 last week, defeated Clayton Ridge 64-35. Tell me about that game.
I really think it was probably one of our better defensive ball games of the year. We were able to create a lot of turnovers, get a lot of easy runouts and easy baskets, and that kind of got us going offensively. In the first half. I thought in the second half we played much better offensively. We were able to get the ball inside to Landon Meany and take advantage of him. I believe he had 15 of his 17 points in the second half, and I thought that was a big key to our victory on Friday night.
So certainly showing that inside-outside scoring. Let's go through starting lineup for your team in tonight's ball game.
All right, let's see. At guards, we'll start Carter Lightfoot and Brock Hackett. Forwards will be Parker Keel and Eli Hansen. And then in the middle will be Landon Meany.
All right, some of the kids that contribute off the bench for you.
Oh, we'll see Wesley Corlett come off the bench. We'll see Tristan Bacon come off the bench. Karsten Pester, Jaron Willie, and we'll just kind of see what happens from there.
All right, turning our attention to Edgewood Colesburg. What do you know about the Vikings?
Well, I know the Vikings will play. They play defensively a lot like Clayton Ridge did on Friday night. They'll get after you in the half court. They'll also push it out to the full court. So we're going to have to be able to make sure that we do a good job of handling the basketball and then anything that they throw at us.
All right, some of the other keys to the ball game for your team then.
Well, obviously we're going to have to shoot the ball well. Defensively, we're going to have to play well. We're going to have to rebound the basketball, and then probably the biggest key to the game tonight is we're going to have to take care of the basketball. It's been kind of a little bit of a concern of mine through the first three ball games. I think we turned the basketball over a little bit too much, and tonight we're going to have to secure that thing and take care of it.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your team because, as always, you guys hang your head on what you guys do defensively, but I really think your athleticism there can lead the way for you defensively.
Yeah, I think I got a bunch of kids that can definitely get up and down the floor. They can move, and that helps us defensively get hands in passing lanes, get tips and steals and get some easy buckets for us, and also helps us on offense because I got kids that can get to the basket and we do shoot the ball pretty well.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Thank you.
MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn and his Bulldog team. The Chalk Talk continues after this.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
As you're bringing in the harvest this fall, remember to watch for overhead power lines.
A safety tip from Iowa's electric cooperatives.
If you snag a power line, remain inside your vehicle and if possible, back away from the hazard. If If your equipment catches fire, jump clear and avoid vehicle and ground contact. Call 911 and your local electric company immediately, and train your crew on these risks and procedures too.
Iowa's electric cooperatives want you to be safe and productive this fall.
Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Blooms Flowers Gifts and More in Edgewood, Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Welcome back to Monona. Welcome back for game number 2 with MFL MarMac and Edco. Our girls' final tonight, it is Edco winning a hard-fought ball game over MFL MarMac 44-43. Other girls' finals, Maquoketa Valley beat Clayton Ridge 62-20. Trapolo over Postville 56-28. 56-38, Trapolo over Postville, and Central defeated Starmont 53-14. We turn our attention to our boys game. Edco boys 3-0, MFL MarMac boys 3-0. Edco boys come in with a record of 0-2. Let's talk about the visiting Vikings first off.
Well, I think they're still trying to get their footing. You know, they had a deep postseason run, and they had some injuries, and they still got a couple guys out with broken hands, broken wrists. So they're still feeling their way, but they're led by a couple of seniors. Bryce Rochford's averaging 9 points, 6.5 rebounds, also about 3.5 assists. And Will Wiskus, he's got 9.5 points, 6 rebounds. And then you've got a couple other guys who have been contributing significant numbers.
Yeah, you know that Rochford will end up 15, 16 points a ball game. They've played such a tough schedule with Prince of Peace and North Lynn. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, they're 3-0, great opening week. And, of course, they're led by a group of characters, including Parker Keel and Landon Meany.
Yeah, both of them averaging 16 and 15 points respectively. But you go down the line, you got 8 points from Lightfoot, 9 points from Hackett, 8 points from Hanson, 6 points for Corlett. So they got guys that can score, and they've put up 70 points a ball game. So it's going to be chaotic out there.
And the big thing for them is what they can do defensively. This is an athletic team still, even though from what they lost a year ago, still plenty of athleticism, and they're going to try to do it without a doubt with their defense. Greg Schiller, our public address announcer, ready to go with the starting lineups here for game number 2. I believe we're ready to go courtside.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to MFL MarMac High School for tonight's boys varsity basketball game between the Edgewood-Colesburg Vikings and the MFL MarMac Bulldogs. The Vikings are coached by Justin Oland, assisted by Rob Fankhauser. The Bulldogs are coached by Eric Detbarn, assisted by Michael Moon and Corey Donlin. Officials for tonight's game are Robert Kober, Brady Forsyth, and Jim Prouty. And now the starting lineups. First for the Vikings, number 10, Christopher Lang. And for the Bulldogs, a 6'6" senior from Farmersburg, Iowa, number 0, Landon Meany. For the Vikings, number 22, Bryce Rochford. And for the Bulldogs, 5'10" junior from Loena, Iowa, number 1, Carter Lightfoot. For the Vikings, number 32, Kyler Cole. For the Bulldogs, a 6'4" junior from Watson, Iowa, number 5, Eli Hansen. For the Vikings, number 34, Jax Steger. And for the Bulldogs, a 6' senior from Sny McGill, Iowa, number 10, Brock Hackett. And finally for the Vikings, number 54, Will Wiskus. And for the Bulldogs, a 6' senior from Ion, Iowa, number 23, Parker Keel.
There you have it, starting lineups. You got to love it. Sny McGill, Ion. Coach Hammond here. Coach Hammond here, born on Sentimental Street. I was born on Mean Street, ready to go with our ball game here tonight. Central leads Starmont boys at the end of one, 22-20, and Maquoketa Valley boys lead Clayton Ridge 16-13. That's at the end of one. Let's get to our boys game tonight here with the Bulldogs and Vikings, and this is going to be, can the Vikings handle this pressure? And they've got an experienced guard in Price Rochford to help lead them.
It's going to be chaos. I think that's the word that kind of came to mind. There's going to be a lot of chaos, and which team can handle, muddle through that, overcome that, and you've got a senior guard in Price Rochford, but you got Jack Steger, a freshman, who's out there to help handle that ball. Same thing on the other side. You got a lot of guys who can handle the ball for the Bulldogs.
All right, so it will be Meany, who was so effective in the ball game against Clayton Ridge, especially in the second half. He had 15 of his 17 points. He's set to jump it up in this ball game for the Bulldogs, and it will be Cole to jump it up for Edco. So here we go with game number 2 tonight. MFL MarMac wins the tip. It goes into Lightfoot, and this game is underway as he brings it across the timeline. Right side, Keel goes over to Hackett. Hackett at the right elbow area, takes an off-balance 8-foot shot, banks it up and in as he drifted to the right. And the Bulldogs strike first.
Yeah, that's a little attack of that 2-3 zone right there.
And back in the offensive end very quickly, a stagger and a foul committed by MFL MarMac. Vikings came out there and looked to me to be playing 1-3-1.
It was actually, it's a 2-3 zone, and they're staggering the top guys. They're going to mix between that 2-3 and that 1-3-1, but 2-3 is their base defense.
And so almost like a 1-1-3
Almost
sometimes.
like a 1-1-3.
And right side in the corner, Cole for 3. It's off the front of the rim, shot no good. Rebound by Hansen off the left. Lightfoot back to Keel. Keel underneath to Meany. Takes a fadeaway 8-footer on the baseline, up and in from the right side. Bulldogs getting good looks, and they lead 4-0 right off the bat.
That's tough to defend. Meany shooting over the top like that.
And back over offensively, it is Rochford. MFL MarMac, by the way, will play 1-3-1, and Parker Keel plays the top of that. Meanwhile, right side, Stagger back over to offensively. They work things around there, and it is again Lang. Lang back over to Rochford. Stops his dribble, swings it right side. Lang doesn't take the shot, goes to Stagger along the baseline. He wraps in, reverse layup from left to right, leaves it short.
Almost got it.
Yeah, almost ended up a little just too far underneath the basket. Lightfoot back into the offensive end, traveled with the basketball. Tried to stop there as the Vikings got back defensively, and the ball goes to the Vikings.
Yeah, a little stutter step there, trying to stop his feet, and couldn't get him under control.
And MFL MarMac will extend their defense with, again, Keel will come about 3/4 court, and then they'll fall in. So back offensively, Lang at the right elbow, brings it baseline. He takes a baseline 8-foot shot off the back of the rim. Rebound cleared off the left by Keel. Back in the offensive end, they get it ahead to Hackett. Hackett drives in, right-handed layup up and in. Recognition by Keel to Hackett, 6-zip. Bulldogs at the start.
And Hackett just with the little floater kiss off the glass, and it falls again for him.
And back offensively
Rochford.
in the lane, they try to go to Rochford, and that ball knocked out of there. Picked up, MFL MarMac again. Lightfoot, crossover dribble, drives in, swoops in from the right side. It's up and in. Here's an 8-0 spurt to start the game for MFL MarMac. And here's a timeout taken by Edco. 8-zip. Good start for the Bulldogs. Let's take this break.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
So we played 1:38, and this is what we talked about that MFL MarMac presents. Their athleticism, the ability to get up and down the court. This is not the start the Vikings looking for.
No, it's not, and they haven't had great looks on the offensive end. They've had a couple of good looks, but not great looks, and their offense has just been a little sluggish to start this ballgame.
Lang across the timeline offensively, back over left side behind Stagger, but he tracks it down near the center court line, back over to Wiskus. Wiskus left side in a reach and foul, committed there by Meany. And one thing that they know that Wiskus is not afraid to shoot from the outside, though he's only taken 1 3-pointer this year. But if he's open, he's going to take
He's
a
open,
shot.
he'll take it, but he came out to help with the ball handling there.
Backcourt, Stagger to Lang. Lang around the right sideline area to Wiskus at the elbow, pulls up, 15-footer, leaves it long, and the rebound by Hansen cannot hang on to it. It's picked up by Lightfoot. Here come the Bulldogs back offensively. Keel, right side, stop and pop 3. Grazes the bottom of the rim, short from the right wing area, and it's MFL MarMac getting back defensively as Rochford drives in, and he takes it to the rack, and he's fouled by Parker Keel. Now, Edco, believe it or not, They don't mind running with MFL MarMac if they get the opportunity.
Yeah, if they get the numbers and they have the right set, they'll run with them and attack this because they know if they have to set up that half court, it's pretty chaotic out there. But that time, Rochford just attacking the rim.
Rochford's free throw on its way. It is good, and that is the difference there. Rochford's going to be able to bring some speed, but also strength getting to the basket.
Yeah, he's a tough one in there. When he goes up strong, he can hang in the air because he's got that ability to jump, and he's strong with the ball.
Vikings on the board. Second free throw. It is good. Rochford makes them both, and it's 8-2. MFL MarMac in the lead, and Edco will hit the Bulldogs with 1-2-1-1 full court pressure. Hackett to Meany. They get it over to Keel. Keel drives in. The ball stripped by Stagger, getting back defensively when it looked like it was going to be an easy layup for Keel. Good hustle back by the Vikings.
Yeah, good hustle there by Steger, knowing, hey, they got beat. I'm that guy on the backside, so he's just hustling to the lane and tips that out on the shot.
Lightfoot inbounds to Meany. Back in the corner to Lightfoot on the wing to Hackett. Hackett left side, touch pass to Meany. Baseline fadeaway, 10-footer, leaves it short as he drifted off the left side. Rebound pulled down there by Edco. Rochford back across the timeline offensively. Tried to go right side, intercepted by Lightfoot, and he stepped out of bounds on the far sideline. Never really had possession, so you don't write him a turnover for that. That's a good hustle. Didn't get credit for the steal as he tried to jump on the sideline.
Yeah, tried to jump that pass and found his foot on the wrong side of the line. So good hustle there by Lightfoot.
All right, by the way, Edco's committed, or rather MFL MarMac's committed 3 fouls in the first 2.5 minutes of this first quarter.
Yeah, so if Edco keeps attacking and can get them to the free throw line, maybe they can get back in this ball game.
Stagger right side to Rochford. Wiskus trying to post up. Watch that battle down low with Meany and Wiskus. And Stagger drives in. Nice pass over to Wiskus. The shot from inside the right block. It is up. It is in. Fouled, count the basket. And a 3-point opportunity for the Vikings.
And Steger so quick to the hoop there and drew some attention. Little shovel pass there to Wiskus, and Wiskus had a guy hanging on his arm on the way up, but able to get that shot off.
Maquoketa Valley leads Clayton Ridge now at the half, 32-19. Wiskus finishing off the 3-point play. He does, and it's 8-5. So after a quick start by MFL MarMac, Edco took a timeout, and they responded with a 5-0 run. Inbounds, Lightfoot to Keel, back right side to Hansen. He's able to fly by Wiskus, but they're going to wave off the shot. Wiskus called for a block as Hansen was able to slide by him, and it takes a layup off the board for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I think Wiskus knew he had been beat, so he tried to create that contact to throw Hansen off, but got the foul before the shot went off.
Bryce Stannard, a junior, makes his first appearance as Kyler Cole checks out for the Vikings. That's our first substitution of the game. Inbounds Meany, left side to Keel, along the baseline for 3, no good. Hansen the rebound, put back, uses the left hand, kisses it off the glass, and it's 10-5. Bulldogs doubling up the Vikings right now. Steger back offensively, beats the pressure, drives in, kicks it in the corner, and that once again is Stannard. Stannard back to Wiskus. Wiskus muscles his way to the right block, leaves the shot short, and the ball knocked out of there, picked up by Meany. Good defense by Meany contesting that shot. Hansen back offensively over to Lightfoot. Lightfoot left side, Hackett open just off the top of the key for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Hansen skies in, gets the rebound. His shot no good. Keel gets the rebound. His put back off the right side, no good, but he's fouled. And MFL MarMac quick to the rack and to the free throw line. It's Keel for 2.
Yeah, and those tough offensive rebounds keeping them second chance points out there. And that time Parker Keel came down in the middle and wasn't able to go back up. But we're going to have another substitution here. We've got McCoy Olin in the game. Will Wiskus is going to check out.
And substitutions for MFL MarMac as well for the Bulldogs. They will bring in Wes Corlett. Corlett is a 6'5 junior. Meany checks out. Hansen checks out as well. And Jaron Willie, a 6'2 senior, comes in for the Bulldogs. They make their first substitutions. Lightfoot inbounds, has to go back over to center court circle there on top to get it inbounds to Keel. Back right side, Lightfoot, left wing area, Keel puts it on the floor and loses the basketball on the drive in. Just couldn't grab it there as he tried to switch from hand to hand. Vikings back in the offensive end. Stagger to Stannard, right side to Rochford. Rochford back over to Stannard. In the lane, that's McCoy. Olin, his shot blocked from behind by Corlett. And the rebound pulled down by Keel, then a reach-in foul by Stagger. And that's the third foul committed by Edgewood Colesburg.
That was a good set by Edco that time. Got it inside, and McCoy Olin not able to get that shot up, but I liked what they were doing with the ball. Good ball movement, inside, outside.
Substitution, number 32, Kyler Cole checks back in. Stagger's second foul. That's a concern for Edco.
That is. That takes some quickness off the court.
Takes a ball handle off the court for them as well. Keel, backcourt to Hackett. He'll bring it across the timeline. Hackett in the offensive end on the right wing. Back on top to Lightfoot. Left side to Keel. Keel, right side to Hackett. Hackett in the lane to Corlett. Corlett runs into trouble, takes a tough contested shot with 3 Vikings around, draws contact. Corlett to the free throw line for 2.
And I think they had him bottled up on the front. It was the backside when Christopher Lang came in and gave that extra hand. That's what got the call. Otherwise, Corlett was pretty bottled up.
So this is 2 for Corlett. Off the bench has averaged about 6 points a ball game for the Bulldogs. That free throw is good. 11-5, MFL MarMac in the lead. And they'll try to get up by 7 here in this first quarter. Raced out to the game's first 8 points. Second free throw being eyed by Corlett. That free throw off the back of the rim makes 1 of 2. Rebound pulled down by Oland underneath. Rochford back offensively to Cole ahead of the pack. MFL MarMac gets back defensively. Lightfoot knocks it away. Picked up by Hackett. Steal by the Bulldogs. Hackett back offensively. And a good job by Edco getting back defensively. Hackett, high post area to Corlett. Tried to go baseline to Willie. Threw it out of bounds there. I think he was expecting Willie to cut towards the basket. Willie was headed out towards the baseline.
And Willie was stepping out for the outside shot, not cutting towards the hoop, and that's where Corlett kind of led him to.
So a turnover by the Bulldogs back in the other end with 3:44 to go here in our half. Backcourt area, it is again Standard. Standard with Wiskus back into the game for Edgewood Colesburg. And they'll work it here with Rochford. Rochford left side to Standard. Standard with it near the left wing against the 1-3-1. And they look to work it back out on top to Cole. They'll have to reset offensively. Rochford drives down, pulls up, lost his footing as he drove in the lane, slipped, shot no good, but the ball falls right into the hand of Wiskus, who put it up with his left hand. So Rochford still credited with a shot there, even though he was stumbling, but it ends up more like an assist. Keel in the lane, takes a tough contested shot, misses it facing the basket from 8 feet away. Wiskus had both hands up, strong defense. Vikings come back into the offensive end. Standard, right side. Under 3 minutes left in the first. Hackett knocks it away. Got to be strong with the ball, but the Vikings hang on to it.
Yeah, good defense on the interior, both ends, going straight up, not reaching across, and just giving offensive rebounds to the Bulldogs because they've been crashing the boards a little bit harder than the Vikings.
Willie checks out. Hansen into the ball game. Also, Parker Keel checks out for the first time as Meany comes back in for the Bulldogs. High post area to Wiskus. Wiskus strong with the ball, right side to Standard. Corlett, by the way, plays the top of the 1-3-1. Cole, left side to Rochford. Rochford brings it along the baseline. Pump fakes, leans into Meany. Shot no good. Too far underneath the basket. Rochford gets the rebound. His putback tried to muscle it up from the right side, but too strong. Missed it as the rebound pulled down by Hansen for the Bulldogs. Lightfoot on top. There is Hackett just off the top of the key for 3. Rattled in and out. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Meany. And the ball goes back to the Vikings as they make us another substitution as Lang checks in and Olin checks out.
Well, after that first flutter of excitement there, the Bulldogs run out to an 8-0 run. We've kind of slowed down, settled into offense and defense here.
Yeah, they've only scored 3 points in about the last 4 minutes. 11-7, though. They still lead. Lang back out on top. Standard feeds it to Rochford. Goes off a pick. He's open. Top of the key for 3. Flat off the back of the rim. Hansen grabs another rebound. That's his 4th. Lightfoot ahead to Corlett. Leads the break. Middle of the lane. It is Hackett driving in. Misses the leaner driving in off the left side. And Rochford uses his strength to get the rebound from the left side for the Vikings. Back offensively, inside 2 minutes left in the opening quarter. Standard puts it on the floor. A pick and roll trying to go to Wiskus, who maintains possession and able to save it out on the wing to Cole. Wiskus on the baseline traveled as he took a 15-footer, traveled getting into that shot, and the Vikings turned it over.
Yeah, little less structured that time down. Vikings not able to get into a good flow, but I like what they've been doing, boxing out, trying to set up an offense. They just need to work that half court a little bit.
Hackett checks out for MFL MarMac, and Keel comes back in for the Bulldogs. Lightfoot walks it into the offensive end. Back left side, the pass overshot to Parker Keel. They turn it over. Rochford leads the break, drives in, double pump layup, and it's up and in. Let Lightfoot go by him, and the Vikings suddenly back within 2. Back offensively, it is Keel. Keel baseline to Meany. Meany traveled with the basketball. Again, Meany, and he's a post out there, but he was looking to make a move.
He was looking to make some kind of move, whether attacking with the ball or a ball fake, and shuffled his feet when he did that. So another turnover. That's 5 on the Bulldogs. Vikings here down 2. Chance to tie this up.
And backcourt area, Standard after a slow start. Edco has worked their way right back into things. Standard knocked away by Keel, goes into the backcourt where Lang goes to get it for the Vikings. Rochford back right side, left side to Standard, drives baseline, double teamed, wraps around, pass to Cole, who misses the shot going from left to right underneath the basket. Keel back in the offensive end for the Bulldogs. Pulls up in the lane, stripped out of there by Lang, and the loose ball picked up by the Bulldogs. Top of the key, Lightfoot open for 3. Got it from just off the left side. And the Bulldogs go up by 5 inside a minute left here in our opening quarter. Backcourt area, they push it ahead to Standard, who drives in, takes an off-balance, crazy one-handed jump from 15 feet away from the elbow, missed it long. Back offensively, Keel right side, stop and pop three, got it! Bulldogs hit back-to-back threes, and this is what they do. A game of runs for them. They lead by 8.
Yeah, we've got about 1 second differential on the shot clock, so the Vikings can hold for one if they want to here.
And Lang goes left side to Cole in the offensive end, right wing. Standard wide open, 22-footer right side, banks it well long from one side of the rim to the other. Lightfoot back in the offensive end, and a holding call there on Standard. Missed a shot over to the right. That's his second foul. It is, however, the 5th on Edco.
Yeah, his first, but that's going to be 2 shots there for the Bulldogs, as that's the 5th foul on the Vikings.
And again, MFL MarMac, when you face a team like that, there's just no time to rest.
No, there's no downtime. There's no catch your breath. It's go all the time.
Free throw on its way by Lightfoot. It is good, and the Bulldogs, quick 7-0 run. They had a 8-0 run to start the ball game. Olin in, Cole checks out. 20.6 seconds to go in our opening quarter. And Lightfoot will have another free throw trying to put the Bulldogs up here by 10, which would be their biggest lead of the opening quarter. Free throw by Lightfoot. It is good. Makes them both. Lightfoot will check out, I believe, and Hackett will come in for the final 20 seconds.
Yeah, just like that. We're talking single possession ball game, and now you're talking the biggest deficit for the Vikings with 10 here in the end of the first quarter.
And inbounds, it will be Lang to Rochford. It appears the Vikings may be content to work for the final shot as the Bulldogs extend that 1-3-1. Lang goes right wing to Cole. With 10 seconds to go, Cole traveled with the basketball. He moved the feet before moving the ball. Turnover by the Vikings.
Yeah, just kind of hopped with his feet and then decided to do something with it. And here comes Lightfoot back in the game. Corlett's going to check out for the Bulldogs.
They've got a chance for an offensive set here to run. So with 10.8 seconds to go, the Bulldogs will get into their final set in the final 10 seconds. Lightfoot goes off a pick, right side to Hackett. Hackett, top of the key to Hansen. Pump fakes, traveled with the basketball. Pump faked at the top of the key. He wanted to drive down the lane. He moves the feet before moving the ball. We've seen that a ton, and it will be Edco's basketball with 3.7 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're going to have to try to get a half-court heave here if they can get the ball inbounds.
They get it back inbounds to Rochford, who throws it left side to Lang. Lang takes a shot just inside center court. It is well short. And the first quarter comes to an end. Bulldogs close it on an 8-0 run. They started the game with an 8-0 run. They lead 19-9 at the end of one. Let's take this break.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Ann Cruz, Attorney at Law, Great River Care Center and Turner Point Assisted Living, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Liquidwood Assisted Living, Ground Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, and by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader. So we've played one quarter. MFL MarMac leads 19-9. Let's update you on scores. Maquoketa Valley leads Clayton Ridge at the half, 32-19. Postville leads Tripola at the end of one, 21-7. And at the half, Central leads Starmont, 36-29. We start the second quarter. MFL MarMac with defensively will line up with Keel, Hackett, also out there Hansen, Lightfoot, and Meany. For Edco, it will be Rochford, Stagger, and remember he has 2 fouls. Cole along with Wiskus, and also out there is Lang. Starting 5 for both these teams, as offensively they work at left side. High post area, Wiskus, 8-foot jump shot on its way, missed it to the right, it is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Keel. That's the kind of look they want him to take, though. Keel back offensively, goes in the corner, Hansen, and as Hansen tried to drive baseline, move the feet before moving the ball, they turn it over, the ball goes back to the Vikings.
And that's the 7th turnover on the Bulldogs after, struggling at the beginning there. They kind of cleaned it up, but again, an unforced error for them.
And backcourt area, they work it across the timeline here and did it again. Staggered, finds himself free, pulls up, 15-footer, shot no good. Rebound by Keel, back into the offensive end is MFL MarMac. Keel goes right side, stops to Hansen. Hansen with the basketball now, back out on top to Lightfoot. Lightfoot in the corner, Hackett, deep left corner for three, got it! Rattled around, got it to stay down. Bulldogs on an 11-0 run. They lead 22-9.
Yeah, they're shooting well right now, and the defense is giving the Vikings some issues.
Stagger traveled with the basketball, brought it left side, shuffled the feet, turned the ball over, and the Bulldogs force another turnover.
Yeah, the Edco surprisingly only 4 turnovers, but their shooting in the first half or first quarter was 3 of 18, 3 of 3 from the free throw line for the Bulldogs, 7 of 15, 3 of 4 from the free throw line.
Across the timeline as Edco continues to play that zone. It's a wide 2-3 zone. Hansen trying to go to the high post area to Meany. Soft pass deflected out of there by Cole, and the Bulldogs turn it over. Stagger back offensively, knocked away by Hansen, but into the hands of Lang. Lang, left side to Rochford, puts it on the floor, jump stops, takes a double pump layup. It is no good, but gets the rebound hanging in midair. Goes off the glass right back to him. He floats it up from the left side. That stops the Bulldog run.
And you can see he's trying to attack Meany in there and maybe get him into foul trouble.
And the right side, Keogh. Left wing to one gets again Hansen. Deep left corner. They go to Hackett. His three rims off the right side. Rebound by Meany. And Meany able to slither his way back from the right side. Kiss it off the glass. 24-11. And the Bulldogs again able to get an offensive rebound. And Lang back over left side offensively to Rochford. Drives baseline and cut off there by Lightfoot. He'll bring it back out on top to Stagger. Stagger left wing with it and hands it back to Wiskus. Back on the wing. There's Rochford left wing. Step behind the arc for three. Got it. Gave him a little spacing. 24-14, 6-minute mark here in the half. Bulldogs lead.
And as much as Rochford likes to drive and use his strength, he's able to hit that shot.
And back offensively, Hansen, baseline, Keel, 12-foot set shot, rattled in and out, did not go down for him. Hackett gets the rebound, saves it on over to Lightfoot, who drives in, little 6-foot runner along the left baseline, up and in. As Lightfoot hits the floater, Bulldogs go back up by a dozen. Backside, and here's the blocking call on Hackett. As Hackett brought it far sideline, hooked Lang, checked him into the boards, and the ball goes back to Edco out of bounds near center court.
And that says that's Hackett's first foul here in this first half.
Wes Corlett back into the game for the Bulldogs. So now you've got the 6'5 Corlett in the ball game and also the 6'6 Meany. So inbounds to Stagger. Stagger inbounds it there to Rochford, right back to Stagger as they're down by a dozen. Lang, right sideline with the basketball. Patience here by Edco as Stagger brings it to the elbow, swings it left side, and over to Rochford. Another three. This from the left wing off the front of the rim. Stagger gets the rebound. He drives in. His shot altered by Hackett. And the rebound by Meany. Read it well. Picked it out of the air. But Cole knocks away the pass. However, it goes into the hands of Lightfoot. Bulldogs back in the offensive end. Keel fires. 15-footer no good. Corlett got the rebound but taken away by Edco underneath. Good dig down there by Stagger. Stagger dribbles through everybody in a reach-in foul committed by Keel. That'll be the second whistle against the Bulldogs here this quarter.
Yeah, something subtle. If you've never watched Edco play before, Price Rochford's really good about this. He kind of sneaks around on those rebounds, and when a big, tall post will get a rebound and bring it down, he's right there to dig and try to take that away. And I think that's what caused the disruption that last time down. So he's causing a little chaos.
All right, Keel checks out for MFL MarMac as Hansen comes back in. Meanwhile, Lang checks out for Edco, and it will be Olin back into the ballgame, McCoy, Olin. So Stagger has it right side, inside 5 minutes left in the half. Left wing to Rochford, back over to Stagger, steps into a three off the side of the rim, shot no good. Wiskus gets the rebound around everybody, put back shot no good, but he's fouled and Wiskus goes to the free throw line for two. Wiskus able to establish position and keep the possession going.
Yeah, tipped that rebound to himself and then got himself gathered, went up strong, not able to get the basket, but he can knock down a couple of free throws here and get the Vikings a little closer.
Second foul committed on Hansen as the free throw is good. That is the third foul committed by MFL MarMac this quarter. Edco has not committed any. And Hansen will sit out, and we'll see how long this will be for as Jaron Willie checks back into the game for MFL MarMac. Second free throw being eyed by Wiskus. Made the second free throw on its way. It is good. Wiskus, good touch for the big fella. 26-16. Bulldogs here lead by 10. Across the timeline, Lightfoot, and walks into their offense now. And left side to Jaron Willie, high post area. Corlett enters it down to Meany on the right block. He rolls it into the corner to Willie. Back over to Lightfoot, open left corner for three. Line drive it short. Corlett the rebound, step between two defenders. Tried to flip it up underneath, but was fouled. And Corlett will go to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, tried to finesse there a little bit and got that rebound. Instead of just going strong, shooting the ball, he tried to just kind of go up and under. I think the big fella needs to just shoot that or go strong to the hoop. One of the
free
two.
Throw on its way. It's off the back of the rim. It is no good. We mentioned Corlett's been one of the players to give MFL MarMac a lift this year. some of the guys have had to kind of step into new roles. That includes Willie, who scored 3 points a ball game for them off the bench. Second free throw is good, 1 of 2 by Corlett, and it's 27-16. MFL MarMac back up by 11. Across the timeline, Rochford goes left side in the offensive end to Cole. Elbow area to Stagger, back left side. Cole, deep left corner, fires up the 3, long. Rebound kicks right back to him on the wing, and he loses the basketball out of bounds. Cole got that friendly bounce off the rim. Had a chance to make a drive, but couldn't control it. It goes back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, got a good look that time, and Kyler Cole can knock down that shot, but follows that right away. Maybe he can go to the hoop. Just couldn't wrangle that last one.
Cole will check out as Lang comes back into the ball game at the halfway point of our second quarter. Right side, Hackett on top to Lightfoot. Left side to Willie. Willie to Lightfoot. Touch pass to Corlett. Right side, there's Hackett open. Right wing for 3, short off the side of the rim. Rebound picked up by Stagger underneath. The young freshman. And again, he plays certainly much older than that as he goes to Rochford. Rochford, right side to Lang, trying to go in the lane. Pass deflected by Lightfoot. Loose ball picked up by Hackett. Bulldogs back in the offensive end, but a good job by Edco getting back. Hackett to Willie, deep left corner. Lightfoot fires up the 3, got it from the deep left corner. And the Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the night at 30-16.
Yeah, big 3 there in the corner by Lightfoot, and the Vikings not quick enough to get a hand in his face.
So offensively, Stagger, reach-in foul committed by Corlett. That'll be the 4th whistle as Stagger was able to drive by him near center court. Substitution for Edco. Standard will come back into the ball game, and we'll see who he's checking in for. He'll check in for Wiskus.
Yeah, going to go quick here with the Bulldogs, but that's the 4th foul on the Bulldogs. So from here on out, the Vikings are going to shoot 2 if they can get them, which will cause a foul.
And inbounds to Stagger, who drives defensively, kicks it right side to Rochford, in the corner to Standard, who just came in. Gets it to McCoy on the right block, but lost the ball on the way up. It was actually knocked out of bounds by Lightfoot, who helped dig down defensively. Vikings will take it off the right side.
Yeah, McCoy Olin thinking about that shot. He needs to go up strong because he's got the tougher Meany there. A little bit of height advantage on him.
And inbounds, Rochford goes to McCoy, who takes the shot. That time blocked by Meany, and the rebound saved out of bounds. But Edco is going to turn it over, as it won't be a turnover there. It'll go as a team rebound to MFL MarMac, but they just couldn't save it underneath. But not a bad look they got that time.
Yeah, got the look they wanted and challenged Meany, but Meany with that height advantage able to block that pretty clean.
Olin checks out as it will be Wiskus back into the ball game. 3-minute mark of our first half. Lightfoot across the timeline offensively. Right side to Jaron Willie. Puts it on the floor, trying to make a diagonal pass from the elbow to the left block to Corlett. Intercepted by Edco. A lot of traffic to make that pass through. Rochford back out on top to Stagger. Stagger, left side, in the corner now to Lang. Lang back right side to Rochford, in the corner. There's Standard. He's open, deep right corner, 22 feet away. Circled around, got it to stay down. 30-19, Vikings getting a lift from Standard in the deep right corner. Corlett back across the timeline, tried to go in the lane to, again, Corlett, but intercepted by Stagger. Stagger back in the offensive end, drives in, swoops in from the right side, lays it up and in. Quick 5-0 spurt by the Vikings, back within 9.
Yeah, a little spark out of the Vikings here, getting a couple of turnovers and a couple of buckets.
Back offensively, Lightfoot to the high post area to Corlett. Nice feed down low to Meany, who is fouled on the drive in. Never really got the shot off. He drove along the baseline, may have been tripped on the drive. That's why it looked awkward as he drove to the basket. But Meany to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, and you can see they're trying to figure out who that foul was on, because I don't think that foul was on Rochford, who was challenging. I think that foul was on Lang, who was on the backside.
And it is on Lang, which is his second foul, just the second of Edco here in this half. Free throw, it is good, second of this quarter. So substitution, Keel back into the game. Willie will check out. Corlett started to head out thinking it was him, but he will stay on the court right now. And this is where the Bulldogs present a size problem for a lot of teams.
Yeah,
6'5" and 6'6" down low. Free throw on its way by Meany, and that free throw circled around, but they're going to wave it off. Somebody was in the lane too soon. May have been the 6'5" Corlett instead of the 6'6" Meany at the free throw line.
Yeah, they said Corlett was in a little early, so they're going to wave that off, even though it did fall.
So 31-21, MFL MarMac in the lead, as Lang gets it inbounds, Standard gets it inbounds to Stagger. Stagger across the timeline, and back out on top. Rochford in the corner, goes down in the lane to Wiskus, and a soft pass, and a good job by Meany, fronting the paint, able to knock it away, fronting the post area. Vikings will take it off the right side of the basket.
Now, you know Wiskus likes that ball up high, but with the taller Meany on him, he's going to have to maybe get that ball down low and then go up strong.
Standard try to go on top, intercepted by Keel. Keel races down to the offensive end, and Stagger stays away. Good decision because he was headed for a foul. Layup by Keel puts the Bulldogs up by a dozen. Left side, Wiskus. Wiskus swings it right side to Standard, back over to Rochford. Rochford left wing to Lang. Lang tried to go baseline, intercepted by Lightfoot, digging down, gets it ahead to Keel. Here's another transition. Keel pulls up from the free throw line, 15-footer off the back of the rim. Rebound picked out of there by Rochford. Nice job by Edco getting back, though Rochford loses the basketball. However, it was last touched by MFL MarMac as it goes out of bounds into the Edco bench. Little ragtag there.
Yeah, little helter-skelter that time.
And substitution, Cole comes back in for Edco, and Lang will check out. And they're going to give it to MFL MarMac
They're
here.
give this to MFL MarMac.
And everybody here, and right in front of Coach Oland as well, is where this occurred. And it was Edco taking the ball out of bounds, and our officials say, nope, let's give it to MFL MarMac. So Rochford touched it last. Lightfoot in the lane, that is Meany, takes a fadeaway 10-footer, rolls off the side of the rim, then rolls through. It stayed on the rim. Almost looked like it was going to roll off, but nice touch by Meany, the big man. Rochford back offensively to Stagger. High post area to Wiskus. Left side, Rochford open left wing. Fires up the three off the front of the rim. No good. Long shot leads to a fast break. Keel drives in, takes a 1-foot runner from 8 feet away, banks it long, gets his own rebound, put back, stripped out of there by Rochford. It is a jump ball. Good defense down low, but the possession arrow will keep it down here with MFL MarMac.
Yeah, and Rochford did a nice job there. He was 2-on-1, and he was the one and able to, at least get a hand in the face of the shooter and then challenge on that second shot, keep the ball down here and play.
It was a 2-on-1 break, but Keel was taking that all the way.
Absolutely.
Left side, Lightfoot. Inbounds to Meany. Just pops free on a screen off the left side, open from 8 feet away off the left side of the rim. That's too easy on the inbounds. They lead by 16. Stagger back in the offensive end. Loses the handle on it, but saves it back to Cole. Cole left side for 3. Blocked by Corlett. Rebound by Cole. Back over to Rochford. He'll pull up. Double pump shot from the free throw line. Just inside. No good. Meany gets the rebound. Stumbles to the court and saves it ahead to Keel. Keel crossover dribble. Loses the basketball, though, into the hands of McCoy, who just came in. McCoy Olin. Right side, Stagger drives in. Blocked again. This time by Meany as he challenged him. Second block for Meany. Lightfoot. Nice feed to Keel, who scores the left-handed layup. Bulldogs smooth in transition. They lead by 18.
And we're under 35, so Vikings want to hold for one. They certainly can here. Trailing by 18 now.
Yeah, so the game getting away from Edco here in the later stages. Oland along the baseline, cut off, double team, steps through it, and a reach-in foul committed there by MFL MarMac. They were a long time hanging on the board with 4, but that's number 5, and Oland to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, McCoy Oland's going to go to the free throw line, and you could see getting physical inside there and trying to stay strong, but said they got a hold of his hand, so he's going to go for the free throw line for a couple of free shots.
Lightfoot the reach in, and that is foul number 2. Free throw by Oland. It is good, 39-22. So substitution as it will be Stagger checking out. Cole comes back into the ball game for Edgewood Colesburg.
Yeah, Carter Batten's going to come in because Stagger's going to go out with those 2 fouls.
Yep, so Batten checks in for the first time. Oland's free throw, it is good. So 39-23, both free throws made by Oland. Back offensively with Corlett. High post area to Meany. Back over to Lightfoot. Bulldogs with 10 seconds to go appear to work for 1 as Lightfoot has it left side. Drives in. Nice feed down low to Meany. Puts it on the floor. Moves to the left side, but too strong with the shot. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Batten. Here's Rochford. 3/4 court heave on its way, but it is short. And the first half comes to an end. Bulldogs led by 10 at the end of 1. It's 16 now at the half. 39-23. Bulldogs in the lead. When we return, our halftime show, we'll talk with coaches from the girls' game. We'll have first half stats and more. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet of Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact. Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance with offices in Edgewood and Delhi. The Market, a division of Kendrick, Inc. Pat's Electric of McGregor. Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door. TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Myers Auto Service in Monona. Clayton Cunny Recycling of Monona, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. at the half. 39-23. MFL MarMac leads here at the break over Edco in our boys game. Another score to pass along. Maquoketa Valley at the end of the third quarter leads Clayton Ridge 57-27. Postville leads Tripola 21-7 at the end of one. Central boys lead 36-29 at the half. Earlier tonight, Bulldog girls dropped a 44-43 game to Edco. We're joined by MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen. Coach, first off, let's talk about 2.7 seconds to go. What were you guys looking to do there on that play?
We're trying to get Emmy to come, Emmy Wickner to come off a staggered screen there, and we got it to her. She traveled with the basketball. You know, before practice, we practice some of those type of plays and just try to get a good shot, and you just never know. So happy with the look. You know, just to travel with it.
Well, you had a couple of chances in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, you know, it comes down to execution, and you know You talk about the last, 20 seconds, whatever, but I look at the whole game, and, you know, if we execute and do the things we need to do, I feel like we're not in that position, to be honest with you.
All right, let's talk about offensively. You were led by Emmy Wickner, had a great game, 20 points. She continues to grow.
Yeah, you know, on a nightly basis, you see Emmy Wickner's confidence and just to be our floor leader. She's definitely leading us, and her just confidence and just commitment to playing hard, and she gets everybody involved and makes the right play.
All right. Also in this ball game, you had some good hustle from Casey Pika as well. She had 8 points offensively.
Yeah, you know, I think initially she's kind of rushing some stuff, but once she settled down and played within herself, she did a nice job and made some shots for us.
All right. Autumn Shaw had 7 points, but I think you were really looking down low more.
We were. You know, we always try to get Ava and Autumn, and Cora's out homesick tonight, so we're kind of thin in the post area. But I thought Autumn did a nice job. You know, especially she had to play a lot of minutes because Ava got in foul trouble in the first half, and she really had to suck it up and. Just kind of play through that, and I thought she rebounded very well, and we had some opportunities. We just didn't finish.
All right, what's coming up for you guys now here?
We get to go right back at it. We got Southwind tomorrow night, and then on Saturday we play Houston up in Decorah at the border battle.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Mary, we'll catch up with you next Tuesday. I won't wish you a Merry Christmas till next week.
All right, sounds good.
We'll talk to you next Tuesday. Good luck to you guys. MFL MarMac girls basketball coach Brian Bugenhagen talking things over about his team as they dropped a 44-43 decision earlier tonight. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll talk with Edco basketball coach Steve Putz. Bulldog boys lead here at the half, 39-23. Back with more after this.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Kanakor Floor Covering in Monona, Volwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, Garden View Place in Monona, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Community Insurance of Iowa Hometown Agency Monona, Auto Home Business Crop Farm and Life, The Edgewood Reminder, Bacon Concrete in Postville, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, Lighting Showroom, Flooring, Furniture and Window Treatments, and by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa. At the half, Bulldog boys lead 39-23. Earlier tonight, the Edco girls victorious, 44-43, the final score. All right, had a couple of chances to try to put this game away. Let's talk about what you guys are looking to do there. Looks like you're trying to go deep on a couple of inbounds plays in the final 20 seconds.
Yeah, no, exactly. We kind of been working on that in practice when when teams want to full court press us like that. We put Rachel in there to throw deep, and we send usually Lily long type of deal just because of how fast she is type of deal, and she's athletic to go up and go get it when we go deep. And then I sent another girl in the curl cut to go up in front, and we were just trying to get, like you said, get the ball deep. That way if we do turn it over, we're not turning it over on their end to get a quick shot at underneath their own basket.
All right, you guys turned the ball over late, though, and McKenna Hofer picks up a foul, ends up falling out, but that ends up being actually a huge play in the game.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was the one thing in that whole setup when we were doing that, we explained to the girls, that we had 2 fouls to give on there. So at any point in time, whether they got a steal or whether we had a score, and we had 2 fouls to give. So make sure we do use those fouls. So yeah, that was a great heads-up play on McKenna Hofer on that.
All right, she had 11 points in this ball game. We'll talk about your 2 leaders in just a bit, but first off, your supporting cast really starting to set up. She had 11 points in this ball game. Rachel Eckelceder with a couple of threes too.
Yeah, no, those 2 are really starting to come on. They struggled early on in my first couple of games. I'm shooting the ball from the outside, but the last 2 games, those 2 have really come on with their outside shooting, especially McKenna. I mean, she made 4 threes against North Lynn the other night also, so she's been shooting the ball, and that's just going to help us down the stretch here.
All right, Lily Buriski had 12 points, Ellie Kirby with 10 points. You continue to lean on your upperclassmen.
Yeah, no, exactly. We're going to start and go through them throughout as we, with the game plan, game in and game night out, whatever, every night, and it's just good now to finally get that other 3 or 4 girls now starting to get double figures, so that's just showing improvement.
All right, what's coming up for you guys now here schedule-wise?
Yeah, we're off tomorrow night just because Central City does not have a girls team, so we don't play. So that's kind of nice right now. We get, after having that North Lynn game on Friday and tonight's game, we're gonna need the 3 days here to prepare for a good East Buchanan team at home on Friday. So we're going to work on, we're going to see a lot of full court press there. A lot of girls that like to dribble, drive, and can kick and shoot the threes also in there. So, we're going to have our hands full there. So we're going to need 3 days of practice just to kind of get into what they want to do and come up with our game plan for there, because then the following week after that we have a 3-game stretch there before the break.
Yeah,
so.
We'll catch up with you guys before the game, the break there, and that game against Starmont. Yep, good luck to you guys.
Yep, all right, thanks, Dan.
Again, Edco basketball coach Steve Putz talking things over there about his Viking team victorious in our girls game tonight, 44-43. A break. When we return, first half stats, second half action. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
The winter high school sports season has begun, and the doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage you to support your local high school basketball and wrestling teams. Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Chase Bruner, and Dr. Daphne Hofler of Family Dentistry wish all of our student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Call 539-4651. Family Dentistry Associates of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Bulldog Eagle Basketball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg and Elkader, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, Adverse Weather Insurance, Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. At the half, MFL MarMac leads Edco 39-23. Other games at the half, Maquoketa Valley leads Clayton Ridge. Actually, that game is now at the end of the third quarter, and it is 57-27. Maquoketa Valley leads Clayton Ridge. And also, Postville leads Tripola at the half, 48-27. Central leads Starmont at the half, 36-29. We're joined again by Coach Hamann. Let's go through the first half totals, and let's start with MFL MarMac.
MFL MarMac was led by Carter Lightfoot with 12 points. Landon Meany with 9 points, 7 points for Parker Keel, 7 points for Brock Hackett, Eli Hansen with 2 points, and Wesley Corlett with 2 points, so 39 points for the Bulldogs. They shot 50% in the first half, only 4 of 11 behind the arc, but 11 of 19 from the field. 5 of 8 from the free throw line for 63%.
Yep, started the game on an 8-0 run, got up right away. That lead was trimmed to 2 at 11-9, but then they closed the quarter with an 8-0 run, and it has been double digits since. Let's go to the totals now for Edco.
Edco's led by Bryce Rochford. He's got 9 points. Will Wiskus with 7 points, 3 points for Bryce Stannard, 2 points for Jack Steger, and 2 points for McCoy Olin. So they're at 23 points. They only shot 20% in the first half, 2 of 12 behind the arc. That's 17%. 5 of 23 from the field, but a perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 100%, and only 8 turnovers, which I think is a positive for the Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely, against the pressure of MFL MarMac. And the other thing is, Edco, again, they had no problem running with MFL MarMac, but you heard Coach Olin talk about it during the Chalk Talk when he said, we've got to hit shots, and that's been the problem. And some props goes to what MFL MarMac's doing in the half court defensively.
Well, I think with the rebounds, MFL MarMac does such a great job cleaning up the board, so there hasn't been a lot of second chance opportunities and a few good looks. But yeah, Edco's not knocking down shots, so they're trying to run with them, not hitting the shots. That's going to get them in a hole.
So Edco gets the basketball down by 16, and it will be Lang, Steger, Rochford, Cole, and Wiskus. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, Lightfoot, along with Hansen, Meany and Hackett, as well as Keel. So there's starting 5 out there for both the teams. We begin the second half, and it appears MFL MarMac going to come out and play man-to-man. Across the timeline, Steger, guarded by Lightfoot, and looking to go left side to Rochford. Rochford, guarded by Hackett, wants to drive left side, cut off by Hackett, back over to Steger. Steger leans to the basket, pulls up, double pump shot from 8 feet away, leaves it long off the side of the rim. Just off the right side, Lightfoot with the rebound, brings it offensively. Nobody stops the ball. He takes it coast to coast and scores the layup. Bulldogs back up by 18 here to start the third.
Yeah, a strong showing there with the Bulldogs getting out running again, and nobody stopped him.
Steger, left elbow area to Wiskus. Wiskus backing his way down, kicks it in the corner to Cole. Left side, open for 3, off the side of the rim, no good. Meany able to box out and get the rebound underneath. And again, Bulldogs push it ahead. Lightfoot, left side to Keel. Keel, deep left corner for 3 off the side of the rim. Shot no good. Rebound pulled off the right side there by Edco. And it is Cole getting the rebound. Minute into our third quarter. Left side, Lang in the offensive end. And MFL MarMac doing a great job getting back defensively. And as Lang tried to go to Rochford, on the left side, he tried to bounce it to Rochford, but too close for a bounce pass to make there, and it scoots by and a turnover by the Vikings.
A lot of mustard on that pass, and it went right through Rochford's hands.
And Lightfoot will walk it across the timeline offensively. Vikings down by 18. Your goal here is to try to see if you can cut it in half by the end of the quarter. Meanwhile, Parker Keel, pick and roll, goes to Meany. Meany hits the floor as he's fouled, as that was a nice dish by Keel to lead Meany, who was driving left side. He'll go to the free throw line for 2.
And I think they're going to call Rochford for this foul as he came across from the underneath side and tried to get on top of the ball, but got a piece of the arm.
That's our first whistle of the third quarter. So Meany will have a 2 free throw shot opportunity. Free throw off the side of the rim. It is no good. He'll get another opportunity. MFL MarMac as a team, free throw-wise, shooting 70%, as always. Pretty good team offensively. 44% from the field, 30% from the three-point line. Second free throw by Meany makes 1 of 2. 42-23, MFL MarMac in the lead. Meanwhile, for Edco, it's a team that's only shot 33%, 19% from the three-point line, 58% from the free throw line. But again, take into account who they've played into this third game of the season. Steger, right side in the corner to Cole. Cole, deep right corner, back over to Steger. Steger, bounce pass to Wiskus, catches in the lane, makes a move to the left, blocked by Lightfoot. Wiskus gets the rebound, but the putback blocked by Meany. Tried twice down low, but denied, and the Bulldogs clear the rebound.
Denied a couple of opportunities there and a point-blank shot.
Hansen trying to back his way, uses the left hand, drives in, but leaves the shot short. Wiskus and Meany tangle up, and it is Wiskus getting the rebound, but as they outletted it to Rochford, he traveled, trying to bring it up into the offensive end, and the Vikings give it right back.
Yeah, Hansen goes up with that left hand, and 2 guys got tangled up there on the rebound.
Edco wants a timeout. We've played 2 minutes in our second half. 19-point lead for the Bulldogs. Let's take this break.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work. So we've played 2 minutes of our third quarter. There's a timeout taken by Edco. We have a end of the third quarter score, and Starmont and Central, they've played a game where Central has pretty much led from the start, but it's a good ball game, 52-44. Central leads Starmont as they start the fourth quarter, that game in Elkader. Meanwhile, Edco uses their second timeout, and the Bulldogs with possession, they'll take it out near side here.
Yep, and the Edco Vikings going to put a little pressure here, almost a matchup man-to-man here, or drop back into their zone after the inbounds.
Inbounds to Lightfoot, and Lightfoot brings it right side to Keel. Keel on the right wing, covered in the lane to Hackett, deflected out of there. Loose ball picked up by Rochford. Vikings with the running opportunity. Lightfoot with the Euro step around Lightfoot is Rochford, who lays it over the front of the rim. Pretty move there by Lightfoot. Wiskus getting back defensively as Hackett tries to drive in the lane. He's cut off. Keel kicks it in the corner to Hansen. Hansen tried a wraparound pass there to Keel. Tried the pretty pass, intercepted by Rochford, who drives by everybody, lays it up and in. Foul, count the basket. A drive by Rochford. Back-to-back baskets have brought the Vikings back within 15.
And both of those were started with great defensive sets down here in the other side of the court because they've denied those entry passes, they've gotten runouts, and they've attacked when they've had opportunities. I think that's what Vikings need to learn here is when to attack when you have those opportunities and when to pull it out and run some half-court defense.
And the second foul committed by Hackett defensively. Rochford's free throw on its way, short off the front of the rim, and the rebound pulled down there by Meany. And how did Rochford get that ball up there? Pure strength, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, back offensively, Hackett. Hackett to, again, Lightfoot, just inside center court circle. Right side to Keel. Keel to Lightfoot, left wing to Hansen, high post to Meany, takes the jumper from just off the elbow, nails it, kept the ball high, stepped right into that shot, back to a 17-point lead. Stagger races in the offensive end on top to Wiskus. Wiskus puts it on the floor, asking for trouble, but he saves it over right side to Cole. His shot blocked by Lightfoot. Lightfoot's second block of the half, as it looked like Cole was going to have a layup, but the Bulldogs close quickly defensively.
Well, and you see that defense rotating over. You give that pump fake, you're going to get him in the air, and you can jump right into him and maybe get that foul, maybe get a basket and one.
Hansen checks out. Corlett checks in for the Bulldogs. We've played 3 minutes of our third quarter. And on top with the basketball, it is Lang. Lang, high post area to Wiskus at the free throw line. Puts it on the floor. Easy pickings there for Keel. Put it on the floor. That's asking for trouble. Lightfoot ahead to Meany. Meany runs the court. Left-handed layup. It is up. It is in. Foul. Count the basket. Lightfoot hit him in stride. And the Bulldogs continuing to pull away now at 19.
And Landon Meany goes strong with the left side. And Christopher Lang was back there on defense but out of position. So puts a hand out to try to reach. And that's going to be his third foul. He's going to go to the bench. Bryce Standard's coming in for him.
And also McCoy Oland will check in as Wiskus checks out. Meanwhile, Standard's going to actually check in for Cole, as it turns out.
So it looks like Christopher Lang's going to stay on the court with those three fouls.
And he was headed like he was going to be him going to the bench. Free throw by Meany. It is good. So the second free throw, or finishes off the three-point play, rather, to make it 47-27. Bulldogs comfortably ahead. Rochford, right side to Standard in the corner. Standard is the Bulldogs here, now playing zone, 2-3 zone. Stagger traveled with the basketball. Yeah, got it on the left side, drove in. Boy, Stagger just lightning quick when he gets the ball. And the turnover gives it back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he just needs to get that ball down a little quicker because he's got a great first step. He's just got to take the ball with him.
We have our first boys final of the night. Maquoketa Valley has defeated Clayton Ridge 63-34, the final score there. Hackett brings it across the timeline on the extended pressure by Edco. And Hackett will bring it back to Lightfoot just inside center court. And they'll set up against the extended 2-3 zone. Keel, back left side, intercepted by Rochford. Here's a fast break opportunity. Rochford drives in, layup. It is no good, but he's fouled by Hackett, who got back defensively. Keel was trying to time it up for a block, but Rochford was able to get the ball up there anyway, but he was fouled from behind, and the foul committed there by Hackett. I think that's his third.
That's his third as well. So Hackett not able to get ball there, got a piece of the arm, so Rochford's going to go to the free throw line to earn these.
And it will be, again, 2 at the free throw line. And the second foul, free throw, it is good, 47-28. So the Bulldogs, again, led at the half by 16 at 39-23, and really yet to see the lead decrease any more here. Second free throw by Rochford, it is good. As a matter of fact, it's 18 right now.
Yeah, just not able to cut into that lead. MFL MarMac still able to attack.
Bulldogs beat the pressure. Keel to Lightfoot. Lightfoot back over to Keel. Left side, puts it on the floor, brings it left corner area, covered, back out on top to Hackett. Hackett to Lightfoot, halfway through the third quarter, by the way. High post to Corlett, right side, that's Hackett open right side for 3. Grazes the bottom of the rim, but there is Meany. A force down low, gets the rebound, kisses it off the glass, and the Bulldogs back up by 20.
That's just too easy for the big fellow. Point blank, goes right back up, finishes strong.
And back offensively, Olin, good decision, covered in the paint, kicks it over to Rochford. He's on the wing, leans into Corlett, shot no good, but bodied by Corlett. Ball ends up behind the backboard. There was that much contact, and Rochford to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, going to go to the free throw line, try to start cutting into this lead at the free throw line. That is the third foul now on the Bulldogs. So the Vikings getting some success at the free throw line. Still got to get stops down here on the other end.
And the big thing is, can they get to the free throw line, maybe get some points to make up? Free throw, it is good. 49-30, yet to make a charge in this third quarter. Lang checks out as Cole comes in for the Vikings. And Rochford makes the first free throw, and again, he'll try to make it an 18-point game. Bulldogs have been in control since the end of the first quarter. Second free throw by Rochford, it is good. 49-31, Bulldogs lead by 18. Backcourt area, Hackett. Hackett to Keel, knocked away by Rochford. Soft pass. Rochford with another Euro step, leans over the front of the basket, muscles it up and in. They're back within 16. Corlett back right side to Lightfoot in the offensive end. Lightfoot a lane to the basket. Double pump shot. No good. Took it out of control. Rebound picked up by the Vikings. They try to run in transition, and Standard is overshot trying to track it down as Stagger tried to lead him ahead. And the Vikings maybe a little too hectic there, pushing the pace. They turn it over.
Yeah, they want to attack, and saw Standard streaking down the floor, but led him a little too far, not able to save that.
Backcourt area, Meany brings it across the timeline, and as he tried to drive in, he's bodied there by Cole. Boy, anytime you see a big guy dribbling the basketball there, somebody's always going to go out and tempt him.
Somebody's going to go out and try to challenge him a little bit, and stuck out the hand, and Kyler Cole's going to get his second foul.
Yep, and both teams now with 3 fouls. Lightfoot inbounds to Meany in the corner, deflected out of bounds by, again, Cole, and they'll take it a little further along the baseline off the right side of the basket. Substitution for Edco, number 42 coming into the ball game, Jaden Miller, another freshman. Stagger checks out, another freshman.
Yep, they're young in the guard area besides Rochford there, but they like to get those guys in there and create some chaos with the defense.
Well, having to play Prince of Peace along with Northland will get you ready. In the inbounds, Lightfoot in the corner on the feed from Meany on the inbounds. Misses the 3, but the rebound saved by Corlett. Bulldogs maintain possession. Corlett drives in, easy layup off the right side. Nice recognition by Keel from the left wing to Corlett cutting through. Bulldogs back up by 18. And here is in the offensive end, Edco, again with Miller. Miller back over to Cole. Cole right side to Standard. Deep 3, right side, cupped in and out, no good. Meany gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Meany, by the way, has 17 points in this game to lead MFL MarMac. He's been a force on both ends. Left side, Lightfoot, left open. He's going to fire up the 3. Shot long. Rebound picked out of there by Corlett. Corlett saves it back to Hackett. Hackett drives in, throws it up with the right hand from the left side. Stumbling down somehow got it to go in. Bulldogs back up by 20.
Yeah, just throwing it up there and it falls. Had the right spin on it for Hackett.
Standard to Cole, right side to Miller. In the lane, Olin. Nice box up. His shot, though, altered by Meany, but Meany got him over top. Nice job by Olin, posting up inside the right block.
And good feed there by Jaden Miller from the corner to recognize Olin had Meany on the backside and tried to get it up there, but got fouled before he could get to the basket.
So Olin to the free throw line for 2 on the second foul by Meany. Wiskus is at the scorer's table waiting to check in for Edco, as is Hansen for MFL MarMac. Olin's free throw flat off the rim. It rolls to the right. He'll get another opportunity. Substitution as Hansen checks in. Checking out will be, again, Hackett, and Stagger checks into the game there, and Rochford will get a quick breather, and this won't be long. Wiskus is at the scores table waiting for Oland.
And as we say that, Rochford's checking right back in.
Free throw, it is good. I just needed a wipe of the face. He walked over onto the bench, wiped the face, and quickly back up to the scores table. I don't even know if he took a drink.
He didn't even take a drink. He just wiped off all the sweat and went right back in. They're going to talk about, does he have to sit out for one play? Because he checked out. All there was a free throw. I think that's what they're discussing.
Yeah, the officials taking time with 2:13 to go here in our third quarter. I think that's the discussion. And Coach Oland's talking about, well, there was a free throw. I took him out before the free throw. So Rochford is.
And I wonder if Coach Oland doesn't know that maybe Rochford checked himself back into the ball game.
So, all right. Well, Rochford's like, I thought I was supposed to go back in.
Yeah, I'm fine. I wiped myself off. I'm ready to go.
Grabs a towel and wipes himself off again. Well, it'll take a couple of seconds longer. He, by the way, is going back to the scores table. Keel in the offensive end. In the lane to Miller. I should say Corlett. Nice touch pass down low to Meany. Meany along the baseline. Another 8-foot shot. Again, Corlett the assist. Meany the basket. Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the night.
He had a friendly roll again, and Meany's doing a nice job attacking the rim and hitting those shots tonight.
Stagger right side to Stannard. Stannard high post area to Miller. Miller puts it on the floor. Takes a contested shot with 3 Bulldogs draped around him. One of them got plenty of the arm. And it will be Miller to the free throw line for 2. Well, Miller not gun shy there, in trouble.
Oh, he go up against the taller post players there. And Miller, a freshman, again, attacking this defense out of MFL MarMac and going to get some free throws out of it. That's going to be the 3rd foul against Corlett.
By the way, Rochford still has to wait at the scores table. He's checking in for Miller.
Yeah, he's hoping Miller makes both of these.
3rd foul, by the way, committed by Corlett. Free throw is good. Nope, Miller is actually, he's checking in for Lang, or correction there for Stannard.
Yep.
So, all right. So he was at the scores table, but we had to wait for the first free throw.
He got wiped off, got a quick drink, now he's back in.
All right. Did he take a drink that
time?
time?
He did that time. Coach told him to.
Second free throw on the way by Miller. Over the front of the rim, rolls to the back. It is good. 55-36 as we approach 90 seconds left in the third. Vikings some 2-2-1 full court pressure. Lightfoot brings it near side, and the pass deflected by Rochford, steals it away, gets it over to Stagger. Stagger the easy right-handed layup. And the Bulldogs force a turnover there, the Vikings do, against the Bulldogs. Corlett back offensively. He drives in, gets a step by Wiskus, then traveled on the drive in off the right side. So the Vikings trying to quicken up the pace, perhaps, and the Bulldogs have turned it over back-to-back possessions.
They've got a number of quick guards out there, so they're looking to maybe up the pace here, get some cheap, not cheap baskets, but some run-out baskets, some steals, and some layups, and attack this defense. Try to get back into this before the 4th quarter.
Cole checks out. Stannard in for Edco. Still a 17-point lead for MFL MarMac, as Edco hasn't really been able to make a dent in this 3rd quarter. High post area to Wiskus. Wiskus at the elbow, puts it on the floor. Didn't thought about it anyway, didn't. Right side, Rochford open. Right side for 3. Circled around, no good. Corlett gets the rebound underneath. Back offensively, it is Lightfoot. Lightfoot, wraparound pass to Hansen, feeds it over to Keel. Keel from the right wing for 3, got it. Nice step-in shot there, and it's 58-38. Every time you think Edco's got a chance to get back into the ball game, the Bulldogs answer.
And that was a great inside-out on the fast break, recognizing that Keel was open on the wing.
And offensively, Miller along the baseline, tried to go in the lane to Wiskus, intercepted by Lightfoot, then a reach-in foul. Committed there by Miller. 48 seconds to go in our 3rd quarter. Another score, Postville leads Tripola at the end of 3, 59-35. The Pirates appear to be on their way to win number 1 of the season. As Miller checks out for Edco, and Lang comes back into the ballgame. And back offensively, it is Lightfoot. With 40 seconds to go in our 3rd quarter. And Lightfoot, high post area to Corlett. He's open, pulls up, 8-foot shot, middle of the lane, off the back of the rim. Had a good look at it. They want that shot. It's no good. Rochford the rebound, back offensively. Lang pulls up from the free throw line, 15-footer, banks it well long. Wiskus the rebound, then just slides and lifts it off the right side of the glass. Nice job by Wiskus there, the soft touch. 58-40, Bulldogs here in the lead. Center court to Keel. Back left side, they throw a pass to Hansen. He drives in, left-handed layup. It is up. It is in. Foul, count the basket. Great recognition by Corlett to lead Hansen to the basket off the left side.
Yeah, and Rochford trying to recover on that and not able to get to Hansen quick enough. Puts his hands on him before he gets to the layup. They're going to give him the basket, and they're going to give him one more.
With 15 seconds to go in our 3rd quarter, second foul actually committed there by Rochford. Free throw by Hansen off the back of the rim, but Meany got the rebound. From the left side, he plays Annie over, banked it from left to right. And then Corlett comes in to get the rebound, and he ties up Lang. It is a jump ball, but it'll stay down here with MFL MarMac with 10 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, just not some awareness there by the Vikings, not realizing it's just a single free throw.
Miller back in. Stagger checks out. Lightfoot takes it off the right side of the basket. Inbounds to Keel. He's open. Deep right corner for three. Got it as he heads out of bounds on that far right corner. Bulldogs up by 23. Biggest lead of the night. Lang to Wiskus. Wiskus right side to Stannard. Stannard right side for three at the buzzer. Banks it in. So it is Stannard hitting the three as the third quarter comes to an end. 20-point lead for MFL MarMac. 63-43 as we go to the fourth. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Viking Bulldog Basketball is brought to you in part by Bloom's Flowers Gibson Moore in Edgewood, Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. Plenty of offense in the third quarter. Edco puts up 20. The problem is MFL MarMac puts up 24. And it's 63-43. Bulldogs in the lead in the fourth. What do we have for third quarter stats?
Yeah, both sides putting up a lot of shots. I think the stat that I want to point out is Edco was 7 of 9 from the free throw line. They are 14 of 16 tonight, so a positive for the Vikings.
Yeah,
there.
and this is a team coming in free throw wise this year. It only shot 58%, much better tonight. Meanwhile, Vikings with the basketball. Lang, along with Miller, also out there, Stannard, Rochford, and Wiskus. Rochford has it left side. Entry pass to Wiskus on the left block, trying to back his way down. Takes a little hook shot, spinning towards the middle of the lane. It is no good. Parker Keel gets the rebound underneath, and he's tied up there. Are they going to call a foul? They're going to call a reach-in foul. Committed on the Vikings. It is Keel, Hackett, Lightfoot, Hansen, and also out there Meany with a 20-point lead for MFL MarMac. Bulldogs led by 16 at the half, and it has never gotten any less than that in this second half. So they're able to keep Edco at a distance. Rochford the reach-in foul, his third. But in that third quarter, as Keel goes left side to Hansen, Hansen beats the pressure, throws an alley-oop, looking to go to Meany, but overshot him. Meany was driving in off the right side, had the right idea, keep it high, but overshot him. The ball goes back to Edco.
A little too high there.
For the Vikings, though, offensively, this is the reason why in that third quarter that Coach Olin said, we think we can run.
Yeah, they were able to hang with them, lost by 4 in that third quarter, but that deficit was so big to begin with, that's why they can't make up any ground.
Lang, left side at the elbow, back over to Rochford. Rochford puts it on the floor, drives baseline, loses the ball, picks it up on the left block, double pump shot, blocked by Meany. Rebound pulled down by Parker Keel. Meany's fifth block. Keel beats everybody down the court from the right side, uses that left hand, slicing in, lays it up from the right side. Bulldogs up by 22, 7-minute mark in our fourth quarter. Smooth move by Parker Keel. Stannard right side for three, airs it out. Rochford gets the rebound off the left side. Back over to Lang. Lang drives in, pulls up, shot altered by Meany, and again, he didn't block that one, but caused the misdirection. Shot no good. Here again is the Bulldogs, and Wiskus, with Keel going by him, hip checked him again, and he's called for the foul as the Bulldogs continue to force tempo here.
Yeah, they're continuing to attack and force the Vikings to run the full length of the court here.
We talk about schedule-wise. Edco has a quick turnaround with Central City tomorrow night. MFL MarMac has to go to Southwind. Inbounds wide open at the elbow. Hackett, 15-footer. And again, nice inbound set run by the Bulldogs as Hackett absolutely wide open. Back right side, Stannard in the offensive end. Bulldogs looking to do some trapping, and now Edco wants a timeout. 6:33 to go, 67-43. Bulldogs on their way. Let's take this break.
For generations, local farmers have trusted Freedom Bank to provide the financial backing they need to succeed. We have a long tradition of empowering success, and that continues today. We offer competitive financing options at competitive rates, whether for equipment purchases, building construction, land purchases, or operating capital. Visit one of Freedom Bank's experienced ag loan professionals in Elkader, Monona, Postville, and Waukon, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
30-second timeout taken by Edco, 67-43. MFL MarMac in the lead, 6:33 to go. We mentioned that Maquoketa Valley beat Clayton Ridge tonight, 63-34. Postville leads Strapola at the end of 3, 59-38. And Central leads Starmont at the end of 3, 52-44. We expect some finals from Postville and from Central in just a bit. Inbounds pass, it's intercepted by Hansen. Tough pass to make, and he throws an alley-oop to Keel, and the ball intercepted by Stagger, didn't get it high enough. Back to Wiskus, he's ahead of the pack. Jump stops and misses the shot, but he's fouled. Nice job by Wiskus with the head fake. Meany was going by him, and then got him on the arm going through. That'll drive you nuts as a coach to turn the ball over right after a timeout.
Yeah, you take the timeout, you throw that cross-court pass. The ball was out of bounds in front of us, went all the way across, and Hansen tips that away easy, and then tried to get kind of fancy with Parker Keel, and was intercepted there as well.
Wiskus free throw, it's off the back of the rim. That is the fourth foul, by the way, on Hackett. But at this point, with 6:24 to go, the Bulldogs not overly concerned about that.
Yeah, they have things in hand at this point.
Second free throw being eyed by Wiskus. It is good, 1 of 2. 67-44, Bulldogs in the lead. By the way, MFL MarMac, not a timeout taken in this ball game, and Coach Detbarn loves to hang on to those timeouts there, and especially the way they've played tonight. Hasn't been any reason to really take one. Left side, Keel, pump fakes the pass in the corner, fires a 3, left wing, got it. 70-44, Bulldogs have hit their season average point-wise.
Yeah, and they're kind of starting to pull away, and you can see the tiredness in the Vikings, and they have a game tomorrow night against Central City.
Wiskus, foul by Meany, and this is rec league defense. Meany just reached in on Wiskus at the elbow. That'll be the second foul on MFL MarMac.
Yeah, just reached behind him and I think slapped more of Wiskus than any of the ball.
And substitution, Lang will check out for the Vikings. Cole comes in, and it looks like MFL MarMac getting ready to go to their bench. Some of the guys on the bench taking off their warm-ups and getting ready to come in a little bit. Meanwhile, Edco turns it over. Standard tried to go left side there to Cole, near center court. Threw it in front of him out of bounds, couldn't get it. Turnover gives it back to MFL MarMac.
Yeah, ball slipped right through Cole's hands there, not able to pull that in.
Keel goes to the backcourt, and this ball is kicked impressively by Stagger, who kicked it into the ceiling as Hackett tried to go right side to Lightfoot. Good thing nobody was in the way of that pass, that kick.
That goes up in the crowd. That could have hurt.
And Stagger, with the loss of Blanco, he won't be able to kick next year. Maybe Stagger's got a shot at it. Wiskus, baseball pass ahead, and it's Hansen who's able to catch it. Wiskus went up for it. Hansen takes it away. Hackett open left side for 3. Cupped in and out, no good. Keel skies in, gets the rebound, put back, rattles it up and in from 3 feet away off the left side. Bulldogs pulling away by 28 as we approach 5.5 left in the fourth. Rochford, and I think that Edco will likely be going to their bench in a little bit just because of the fact they play tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wiskus, high post area, looking backdoor to Stagger, pulls up on the baseline, 8-foot shot, 10-foot distance, it's long. Rochford the rebound, steps to the right side, but misses the over-under shot, and Meany clears the rebound off the left for MFL MarMac. Backcourt area, Lightfoot gets it ahead to Keel, fouled by Wiskus going for the steal. They collided, and MFL MarMac will take it out of bounds on the near sideline. Olin getting ready to come in for Edco, and he's played in this ball game tonight, so not going too deep into their bench yet. And we'll see how long MFL MarMac waits to bring in their subs as Wiskus has his third foul.
Yeah, because MFL MarMac does not have a game tomorrow night, correct?
Play Southwind.
Oh, they play Southwind tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So they have a game as well, but the Vikings shorthanded, not a lot of guys down there, so maybe get some rest here before tomorrow night's game.
Lightfoot in the lane to Meany, steps through the defense, bank shot though long as he was falling away from 6 feet away. Rebound corralled there by Rochford. Back over to Stagger, left side to Stannard. Stannard drives baseline, little 1-foot runner, 8 feet away, and left it short. Had about 6-foot distance. And back in the offensive end is Corlett. And it's Hackett. Left side to Keel, back over on top to Hackett. Lightfoot has it, top of the key, right side to Hansen. Pump fakes the 3, drives in, pulls up baseline, 12-foot shot, it is good. Great decision to not settle for the 3 there.
Yeah, look to move the ball and good ball movement around the wing and pump fake and then go in for a little 10, 12-footer.
Cole to Stannard, back over to Cole. Cole right wing for 3, shot is no good. Rebound pulled down there by Hansen for the Bulldogs. They lead by 30. Here's Hackett, right side open for 3. It's off the back of the rim. Shot no good. It was wide open though. Rochford gets the rebound. There's 5 at the scorer's table for MFL MarMac. So back offensively, Stagger pulls inside the elbow, 12-foot shot, left it short, lipped off the front of the rim. And the Bulldogs, next stoppage, will take their starters out of this ballgame. Hackett, left side, kicks it in the corner. That's Keel, open, deep left corner for 3, circled in and out. Meany got the rebound, could not hang on to it, tracked down by Hansen in the corner, and I believe there is a foul committed by Edco. So that will allow a bunch of substitutions. First off for Edco, Standard and Stanger will check out. Wiskus and Miller back into the ballgame. Meanwhile, for MFL MarMac, 5 in, 5 out. Keel, Lightfoot, Meany, Hackett, and Hansen call it a night. As number 2 comes into the ballgame, Carson Pester, a 6'3" junior, makes his first appearance. Number 4 into the ballgame, and Tristan Bacon. He's a 5'10" sophomore. Also, Corlett checked back into the ballgame along with Willie. They played earlier. Into the game, number 13, Austin Trappy, a 5'10" senior. Bulldogs turned it over in the offensive end. Sub's going to finish this ballgame out, and let's not do this. Bacon just a silly reach-in foul from behind.
Yeah, let's not reach and grab and foul. Let's play some clean basketball here and give these guys a chance to go up and down.
Although our odds with 3:38 to go, with 4 team fouls in Edco, 3 with MFL MarMac, Subs finishing this out, it's hard to believe we're not going to get to 5 fouls.
We're probably going to shoot a couple of free throws.
Standard in the offensive end. Cross-court pass intercepted by Willie. Willie's got a fast break at the other end. Scores a left-handed layup. 32-point lead, 76-44. If you're Edco, the one thing you don't want to see here is to be 35-pointed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Miller back over to Cole at the free throw line. Right side to Rochford. He's open. Right side for 3. Left it short. It is no good. Bacon read it well. Gets the rebound underneath. Bulldogs back into the offensive end. Bacon to Willie. Actually, correction, that is to Trappy. Back over, high post area to Corlett. He's open, cutting back door is Willie. Swings it right side to Trappy, but Trappy was cutting towards the baseline. Bulldogs throw it out of bounds near center court. In front of the scores table on the far side, and it will go back there to Edco.
I got a couple subs for Edco as well. Looks like we've got Cale Helmertz checking in, Wiskus checking out, Landon Campbell checking in, and Christopher Lang checking in. Looks
Wiskus.
like Rochford is checking out, and Kyler Cole's going to check out.
Will Wiskus calling it a night as well. So for Edco, with Landon Campbell, he's a 6-foot junior, his first appearance. For Cale Helmertz, he is a 6'5" junior, making his first appearance in this ball game.
And here's a reach by Pester on an interior pass, and he just comes over the top, and that's going to be, the 4th foul on the Bulldogs.
2:48 to go. This is why I think we're going to end up with it given a 5 fouls as MFL MarMac goes a little deeper into their bench. Corlett and Willie check out. Into the game is number 3, and that is Kyler Nearing, a 6-foot junior. Also coming in is number 11, and Kinnick Corlett, a 6'2" junior. Meanwhile, Lang inbounds to Oland. Oland feeds it back to Lang. Lang on the left wing, back over, top of the key, works things with Campbell. Campbell with it now to Oland. Oland back out on top. Campbell fakes the 3, going to take a jump shot from behind the free throw line. Leaves it flat, though, comes off the rim off the front. Trappy gets the rebound. Trappy across the timeline into the offensive end for the Bulldogs. 2.5 left in the 4th. Bacon, deep 3, left side. Shot no good from 22 feet away. Rebound taken away by Nearing. His putback rims out of there. It is no good. And the rebound pulled down there by Lang for Edco. Back offensively, they try to go in the lane. Pass intercepted by Corlett. That is Kinnick Corlett. Ahead of the pack, they've got Trappy. Trappy's right-handed layup. Misses the layup and missed the gimme. Rebound pulled down there by Nearing, and he is fouled. Trappy with a great look and an opportunity to get in the scoring column.
Yeah, just had a great opportunity. Right-handed layup, goes with the right hand, leaves it a little short, but a great rebound, a tough rebound by Kyler Nearing, and not able to get the basket, but he's going to get a couple of free throws.
So Kyler Nearing goes to the free throw line for 2. Left-handed free throw, leaves it flat off the rim. The shot is no good. Couple of substitutions for Edco. They will go deeper into their bench. Number 40 comes in, and William Hoffman, a 6'2" junior. Miller will check out. Also, let's see. I believe that was the only substitution. Yep. So the ball goes back there at the free throw line with Nearing with another opportunity. Second free throw on its way by Nearing, and that rattled in and out, comes up empty. Rebound pulled down by Edco, and almost Hoffman there pump faked and almost took a shot at the wrong basket.
Yeah, I think he thought about that and went, wait a minute, we're on defense.
Good job by that youngster, realizing I'm on the wrong end of the court. So back over on top, and we've seen that happen before, by the way. And back offensively, Campbell with it now. 1:45 and counting in our 4th quarter. And good defense by Nearing, who knocked the ball away from Campbell. Campbell on top, and there's a hand check by Bacon. And now we're seeing some JV defense played here in the final minutes of this varsity game.
Yep, just hand in the back there and pushing as he was trying to go for the ball. They're going to call that. They've called it all night long.
And we've been stuck at 76-44 for a while. Edco's been hanging on 44 here for quite a while. They've had 43 points at the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Edco here, seeing MFL MarMac close the door in the 4th quarter. Free throw by Standard. It is well short. It's 15 feet from the free throw line. That one about 13.
Yeah, that one was way short. He needs to use more leg, but Edco's been trying to run with the Bulldogs and getting a little tired out there.
Second free throw, no good. Both teams missing 2 shots on each end. Pester gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. Back is Bacon in the offensive end. Left side of Trappy, loses the basketball, picked up by Standard. Standard, and a good job by MFL MarMac getting back. Standard brings it to the elbow, right side to Olin. Olin drives baseline, backs his way down, try to throw it there to Helmrich. Off his hands and out of bounds. Not a bad idea. Helmrich was open on the weak side. But the Vikings turn it over back to MFL MarMac.
Post-to-post pass there. A good look by Oland, and not able to handle it was Cale Helmrich. Probably need to get that a little higher for him to go up and get it.
Bacon across the timeline. He's left open for a second, but instead goes to Trappy in the lane to Kinnick Corlett. Right side, Pester open, right wing for 3. Circled in and out, no good. Rebound by Helmrich. Tried to outlet the pass. It was deflected by MFL MarMac. Give it to Edco with 1:06 left in the fourth.
Yep, about a minute to play here. Edco still looking for some points. They got that one free throw out of Will Wiskus. Otherwise, they have been scoreless in this fourth quarter.
Another final to pass along. Central has defeated Starmont 71-61. That's an improved Warrior team this season. Backcourt area across the timeline. Stopping his dribble that time is Standard. Tried to save it left side. The ball goes out the hands as Nearing tried to jump the passing lane at the top of the key. Goes out of bounds and back to Edco. 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Edco a little out of sorts here in the offensive end right now.
And they'll take it on the far sideline. Inbounds to Olin at center court. Olin lowers the head, dribbles it, realizes I'm a post player. Let's give it to a guard. Campbell has it on top. In the lane, turnaround post-up shot there, taken by Edco, and scoring the basket is William Hoffman. Hoffman with a nice turnaround shot, middle of the lane.
And I think that's his first points of the season.
And
for Hoffman.
35 seconds to go. Trappy wide open, stepped into a 3. It's off the back of the rim. It was short, and he actually, I think, traveled stepping
first,
into it.
Yep.
So a turnover by MFL MarMac. 32 seconds to go in our fourth quarter. Bulldogs are not going to take a timeout in this ball game tonight, and as we mentioned earlier, really had no reason to.
Yeah, they played very well tonight, and no need to really discuss a whole lot out here. They played well both ends of the court.
Standard to Campbell. Campbell on the left wing. Tried to bounce pass. Kicked out of there by Nearing. Will reset the shot clock. I'm just kidding. It's off. There's 19.6 seconds to go. And try to see if we can get some more subs in the scoring column here for both these teams. Campbell will take it out of bounds off the left side of the basket. We're off tomorrow night. And a number of games going on across the area. Inbounds, Hoffman again. Pump fakes. His shot from inside the right block, up and in. Nice move by Hoffman. He's had a couple of nice baskets in the lane. 76-48. And now Bacon has the ball knocked away by the Standard at center court. Bulldogs will take it out with 9.5 seconds to go in front of their scores table. Inbounds to Bacon. Bacon goes to the high post area. Kinnick Corlett from the elbow banks it long. It is no good. Olin has the ball knocked away. Thankfully, they didn't call a foul as he gets it over to Lang, and to Standard rather, and the game comes to an end. MFL MarMac used an 8-0 run to close the first quarter. They led by 10. It was extended to 16 at the end of the half, and they go on to win big. MFL MarMac over Edco, 76-48. With the win, the Bulldogs 4-0. Edco drops to 0-3. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school basketball from KCTN Sports.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, health, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Buchenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season. Welcome back to Monona. MFL MarMac improving to 4-0, defeating once again Edco tonight, 76-48. Let's update you on the finals. Maquoketa Valley beat Clayton Ridge 63-34. Postville over Torpola 80-52. Central defeating Starmont tonight 71-61 the final score. We're joined now by MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn. Coach, first off here, a great start to this ball game. 8-0 run to start the first quarter, 8-0 run to close the first quarter.
Yeah, we got, we were able to create some turnovers. I think we had 4 layups there to begin the ball game. We were able to get the ball down the floor, and kids ran the floor real well, and we were able to hit some layups.
All
really.
Right. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about offensively. 4 guys in double figures, which shows what this team can do.
Yeah, and I even have more than that can put the ball in the hole for us, and that's a nice luxury for us to have. And Parker was a little cold there in the first half, and he got hot in the second half for us, and Landon was kind of stable in there the entire game.
Yeah, he had 19 points in this ball game. That was without the fourth quarter there. Obviously, Carter Lightfoot emerging for you as well. 14 points. Brock Hackett with 11 in double figures.
Yep. So those two guys, I think Carter kind of had an off game down at Clayton Ridge. First 2 ball games he was in double figures, and then he got back into that today.
All right. Obviously, you guys are built on defense, though.
Yep. We got to play real well defensively. If we play real well defensively, we get stops. We can get out and run, and we're better if we run up and down the floor. I did not like tonight. We had way too many turnovers. We got to clean that part of the game up. I don't know exactly how many we had.
23 in this ball game.
Yeah, 23 turnovers. That's not good. We had way too many live ball turnovers. Really. I mean, we just passed the ball to the opposing team, and they're going the other way with it.
So certainly some things to work on there, and obviously for you guys, a quick turnaround tomorrow night in what is the big early season game.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge game for us tomorrow night at Southwind, and a big conference game for us, and they're the type of team that's going to get after us defensively, so we're going to have to do a heck of a lot better job of handling the basketball or passing the basketball than we did tonight.
All right, good to get some kids in, though, in this ball game to give your starters a break for it to get ready for tomorrow night.
Yep, it was. It was nice to be able to play the entire group. I guess Bryce didn't get in there, but he played the entire JV game, so he got his minutes tonight.
Yeah, and you guys got to watch quarters sometimes and stuff like that.
Got to watch quarters and make sure kids aren't playing too much.
All right, and you guys are off Friday night then, aren't you?
Yeah, we're off Friday, but Saturday we play Houston up at Decorah.
All right.
Yep.
We'll talk to you a week from, actually 8 days from tonight. We'll talk to you next Tuesday against Central.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You betcha. Good luck to you guys.
You bet. Thanks.
MFL MarMac basketball coach Eric Detbarn talking things over about his Bulldog team. Quick break. We'll be joined by Aaron Hammond once again. We'll go through the game stats and also hoping to talk with Edco coach Justin Olick when our postgame show continues after this.
Are you wanting to eat better, feel better, get your weight or other numbers under control, and need someone to hold you accountable? This is Brandy Strube, registered dietitian with Veterans Memorial Hospital. I welcome consultations with patients of all ages and look forward to helping you meet your nutritional goals. Please call the hospital to set up an appointment or ask your doctor for a referral at your next visit.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Welcome back once again to Monona. Final score, MFL MarMac victorious tonight over Edco, 76-48. We're joined by Coach Aaron Hammond. Let's go through the game totals, and let's start with MFL MarMac.
MFL MarMac tonight was led by Parker Keel with 20 points, 19 points for Landon Meany, 14 points for Carter Lightfoot, 11 points for Brock Hackett, 6 points for Eli Hansen, 4 points for Wesley Corlett, and 2 points for Jaron Willie. That's 76 points for the Bulldogs. They shot 7 of 23 behind the three-point line, 30%, 17 of 40 from the field otherwise. So overall, 38% from the field tonight. They shot 7 of 14 from the free throw line, and they had 23 turnovers. And you heard Coach Detbarn talk about some of those ones that they're going to work on.
Turnover-wise, and believe it or not, offensively, this is one of their poorer shooting nights they've had their first 4 games, but they still put up 76 points in this ball game tonight. Meanwhile, let's go to the totals for Edco.
For Edco, they were led by Price Rochford. He had 19 points, 10 points for Will Wiskus, 6 points for Bryce Stannard, 4 points for Jack Steger, 4 points for William Hoffman, 3 points for McCoy Olin, and 2 points for Jaden Miller. So 48 points for the Vikings tonight. They were 3 of 19 behind the arc, 16%, 28% from the field otherwise. Overall, they were 24% from the field. They had 19 turnovers tonight, but from the free throw line, 15 of 20 for 75%.
Yeah, so that's a good thing for them. I mean, they've struggled shooting from the field, and obviously, you just mentioned the stats there, but as a team, they've only been shooting 33% of the season, a little poor tonight, only 19% from the three-point line, and that's where it stands right now for this team, doing a lot of things. I mean, they didn't turn the ball over a ton tonight. I mean, they had 19 turnovers, but they forced actually 23 turnovers in this game.
Yeah, they won that battle, and you look at the 3 teams they played. They played Prince of Peace, who is a very good favorite on that side of the conference. They played Northland, who's favored on their side of the conference. And then this MFL MarMac team, who's probably one of the favorites in the Upper Iowa Conference. So 3 tough teams, and there's some positives there to build from. But Coach Olin's got his work cut out for him because they got to turn around play again tomorrow night.
Yeah, Bulldogs definitely in the mix. I mean, that's what we've seen the first 4 games because they have 4 impressive wins to start the season. They've been a cut above their competition so far, but again, it tightens up for them as they play South Wind tomorrow night, and that game is at South Wind. Meanwhile, for Edco, it's Central City, and that's on the road tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's on the road, so they've got another road test, and that's just boys because Central City doesn't have any girls teams. They don't have any JV or any varsity. So for Edco tomorrow night, it's a little JV boys and then some varsity boys, and they're going to be tested again because they're going to be tired after the workout tonight.
All right, we'll take a break. When we return, still hoping to talk with Edco coach Justin Olin, but if not, we'll wrap up the postgame show coming up. Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
At Alameda Clayton Electric, we provide more than just electricity. Help you or your loved one gain a sense of independence with our first call emergency response system. The system is activated when the first call client falls or presses the alert button on their pendant. The call is answered by a trained emergency response operator available 24/7. Learn more by calling ACEC at 888-788-1551. Alameda Clayton Electric, your touchstone energy provider.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Welcome back once again here to Monona, and we'll talk with Coach Olin here coming up in a couple of seconds. But let's pass along our final scores tonight. First off, in girls basketball tonight, it was Edco winning our girls game 44-43. Maquoketa Valley over Clayton Ridge tonight 62-20. Tripoli beat Postville 56-38. Central over Starmont 53-14. Our boys finals tonight, MFL MarMac wins 76-48. Maquoketa Valley defeated Clayton Ridge 63-34. Postville beat Tripoli 80-52. Central over Starmont 71-61. Our postgame show continues. We're going to talk with Edco boys basketball coach Justin Olin. Coach, first off here, it seems like the start of the ball game put you behind the 8 ball right away.
Wow. A little bit. We let them get out 8-0. I thought we settled in nice and kind of made a little pushback. Got ourselves kind of where we wanted to be, kind of settled in, and then just a few, maybe not the best shots at the time that led to runouts for them to just space that out, and then all of a sudden that got them back into their rhythm and kind of they just out-rebounded us hard, and that, kind of all night tonight. And that was the one thing I just got done talking to the boys about is I thought they wanted it a little bit more on the glass than we did, and we got to start matching that intensity and not allow that to happen as much, because if you do that, giving them too many opportunities, I mean, they're bound. I thought we forced some really tough first shots, but then we didn't rebound the misses, and that just led to that's a killer, and that just seemed like it zapped us and kind of really got us behind, like you said.
Well, and the big thing is, you hung in this ball game the first half, but just couldn't climb back in the second half. But offensively, you just struggled shooting in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to MFL. They move, they're long, they do a nice job of creating more difficult shots than you want, and it puts a lot more pressure on having to make the open ones than, because it just makes it worth so much more. And I thought we were trying to guide the ball instead of just catch it, nice rhythm shooting. Then we started thinking a little bit later on instead of just, trying to find a rhythm and hitting some shots. And one thing I will say is I thought we did a nice job of, it was about a 20-point game there, and I thought we really stepped it up and really made a nice push in that third quarter, and I just think we just ran out of juice and just couldn't quite finish when you get that far behind.
And you guys went to full court pressure there. That helped that along as well. Let's talk about individually. Price Rochford had 19 points for you. Will Wiskus with 10.
The seniors do a nice job. We just got to give them a little help. We just didn't consistently make shots that we should have had there as a group. I mean, it was a team effort on the missed shots of things tonight, and that's going to come as the season continues on. These guys want to work. They want to do the right thing and get together. We just got to get a little better rhythm, and I think it's our defense that's going to lead to it. We just got to keep battling here. It's been a tough part of the schedule, and we got a good opportunity with 2 more games this week. So I like where we're going.
Quick turnaround tomorrow night at Central City.
Yep, life on the road, we got to be ready to go and step up and get it, and the boys know that. So we're going to go give her a hack tomorrow.
All right, we'll let you get home before it gets too late.
Hey, I appreciate you guys coming. Thanks for
betcha. We'll see you next Friday night against Starmont.
Ooh, all right. Sounds good.
So
Have a good one.
You betcha. Again, the Edco basketball coach Justin Olin, thanks for joining us here on our postgame show. Continuing here on KCTM, we're going to switch things over, start to wrap things up here. We're joined by Coach Aaron Hammond once again. Edco girls win 44-43. Let's get your quick thoughts on the game.
Kind of an ugly game, but you knew it was going to be close, and you knew it was going to come down to who can finish things off, and I think both teams had a chance to finish that. Nobody really wanted it until the end, but Edco gets a good win there, and both of those teams Edco's off tomorrow night, so now they got to prepare for East Buck. That's going to be a big test for them, and MFL MarMac has to regroup. They got Southwind tomorrow night, so they got to just bounce back, and they got to stay healthy. They've been struggling with injuries and sickness, so they got to bounce back and get healthy.
MFL MarMac boys victorious tonight, 76-48 the final score, and again, Bulldogs, it's funny you say this, quietly 4-0 with another impressive win.
Yeah, and they had an off shooting night, and they still put up 76 points above their average. So they are quietly setting the pace here in the Upper Iowa Conference. It'll be interesting to see what happens when they run into North Fayette Valley and Keyhigh.
Or tomorrow night against Southwind.
Or Southwind could be a big game for them as well. A big test for them for sure.
And for Edco, turnaround at Central City coming up on, once again, tomorrow night. We're taking tomorrow night off, but Friday night we'll bring you more basketball. Postville Central in Elkader. Chalk Talk begins at around 5:45. Girls game time at 6:15 with the boys game to follow. Tonight on Friday night on KCTN FM 100. Live video streamed on KCTN.com and also on the KCTN YouTube channel. We'll see you Friday night.
I'll be there, Dan.
Again, for Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Jackson Lambert for running our camera here tonight in Monona. Our thanks to Ty Keenan for running our studio show. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to kctn.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.